Okay, so this is our workshop for today, 1 day practical external audit workshop. And this audit workshop is basically just 1 day. So only today you'll be seeing me unless we are going to have a follow-up sessions, okay? So yeah, that's the first one. And second one, I wanted to do this, okay? Ice breaking session with all of y'all. But the thing is, kamu kena move around. Tapi macam sempit pula dekat sini. So what I thought is, probably what you all can do, you all just raise your hands and say yes. So whatever question I'm asking, okay? It's an ice breaking session, okay? Gonna be so fun. So have you all played this or that before? This or that? Yang dekat Instagram tu this, lepas tu that. You choose this one ke this one? So that is this or that. Pernah kan? Okay. I think sini banyak Gen Z ke? Gen Z ke? Millennial ke? Gen Z kan? Semua macam muda-muda je. So mostly young team. Okay. So this and that, I'm going to tell you 2 words. So the word yang saya bagi tahu tu, kalau that's something you like, kamu cakap yes and you raise your hand. Okay, we can start very simple, okay? Let's say, who likes purple? Who likes blue? Purple? Purple. Okay. Blue? Yang lain semua? Macam tak ada lah pula. Kosong je. Okay. You need to choose either one. This or that. Mesti kena choose either one. Okay, that's the first one. Second one, who is morning person? Who is night person? Morning? Wow. Morning. Gen Z. Okay, that's nice. Night person? Okay, night person. Okay, another one. Who likes deadlines? Who likes... Okay, that's very true. Even I don't like deadlines, okay. Second thing is meetings. Compared to deadline, meeting, which one? Kena choose salah satunya. Tak boleh like, dua-dua pun saya tak suka. Tak boleh macam tu. Deadlines, how many of you all deadlines? I think auditor memang deadline lah kan. Okay, how many of you all is meetings? Seorang je. Kesiannya. Okay, so another one is who likes nasi lemak? Who likes roti canai? Nasi lemak? Oh, ramai juga. Roti canai? Orang Malaysia lah kita kan. Okay, so guys, I want each one of you all starting from there. Okay, so sorry. You can continue drinking if you want. Okay, tell me about yourself, like your name, which position are you, and what do you love doing? What do you love doing? Maksudnya bukan audit lah. Apart from audit, like what is your hobby or something that you love doing apart from your work? Okay, can we get started? Boleh Nama, your position here in Nazim and Co. Lepas tu third one is what do you love doing?
Hi, my name is Ain.
Okay.
Call me Ain.
Ain.
Hi,
Ain.
Audit system manager here.
Okay.
I love to
You love to
resting.
Oh, you looks like you are very old now, right?
Yes.
I need rest.
I need rest.
Okay. So do you love, or is it because you have a lot of work, that's why you rest?
Yes,
Because of that. Because of that. But what do you love apart from that? Probably macam painting ke, travel ke?
No, I don't like travel.
Memang? Ya ke?
I don't like travel.
Okay. You jenis orang duduk nak dekat rumah?
Yes.
I have a friend like that.
I prefer when we can stay at home. When my husband asks me to go,
Tak nak lah. Okay, so you are more of resting person lah. You love doing that. Okay, thank you so much, Ain. Okay, second person?
Hello, my name is also Nurul Ain.
Alam, macam mana saya nak berbeza?
They are calling me Nurul.
Nurul and then Ain, okay.
I'm a semi-senior auditor.
Okay.
What I love is that maybe food hunting
Oh, that's nice.
and traveling, I guess.
Okay, that's amazing. Next person.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Nur Ashika.
Ashika. So I can call you Ashika? Okay.
I'm audit junior.
Okay.
I love to cook and eat.
But at least you love to cook. I don't know how to cook also, but I love to eat. Okay, next person.
Hello, my name is Nasha Shaza. You can
Shaza.
call me Shaza.
Okay.
I am audit intern
Okay.
and I like window shopping.
Window shopping wah. Yang tu pun banyak energy tu. Saya macam window shopping no energy for me to do. Yeah. Next person.
Hello, my name is Najwa Farhana. You can call me Najwa.
Najwa,
I
okay.
am also an audit intern.
Okay.
And I also love food hunting.
Ah, that's amazing. So we have food hunters here. Okay, next person.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Mutaki, but you can call me Iki.
Iki.
Yes, and
Wow,
my position here is junior auditor.
Okay.
And I love to
You love to cook.
yeah, just recently I just love to cook. And
Now men love cooking more than the females, you know.
just recently.
Oh, recently.
Yeah, because
Inspired by someone.
I
He's
watch a
getting
lot.
married, I guess.
Oh, macam tu lah tu.
Just recently I watch a lot of TikTok. Some people doing a
Yeah,
cooking
yeah,
video,
yeah.
and then just everywhere I buy some groceries and then I cook.
I'm waiting for my inspiration for that.
Yeah.
It's not coming. Okay, but thank you so much, Iki.
That's all.
So you love cooking lah?
Hello, my name is Muhammad Shahidul, but you can call me Shah.
Come again?
Shah,
Shah.
yes.
Oh, just Shah.
Just Shah.
Okay, nice.
Alright, my position here as an audit junior,
Okay.
and I love to reading manga, manhwa, and anything like
Okay. Do you like animes?
animes, yes.
Ah.
But not all.
Not all lah. More to Malay related, is it, or any anime, Japanese, all that?
Any anime like Japanese, Korean,
So do you like Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer, yes.
Oh, okay. So we have a fan of Demon Slayer as well. Next person.
Hello, my name is Zul. You can call me Zul. I'm an engineer here. My hobby is I think playing video games and
Video games?
jogging.
Wah, kita ada orang sukan sini Okay, nice. Last person.
My name is Adam.
Hi Adam.
I also am a junior.
So you guys are very young. Very, very young.
You must thought I am the manager, right?
Yeah, I thought so. I tell you honestly, that's what I thought. I didn't even think you were the assistant manager. I didn't even think that. I thought you were the manager. I was like, macam manager pula. Okay, so you have the aura. Hi. So you have that aura of being a manager very soon.
I think I like to watch One Piece.
Come again, what?
Watch anime.
Animes also. Okay, that's amazing. Okay guys, so a little bit about you guys already. Now I got to know. Hopefully I'll remember your name until the end of the day, okay? So kalau terlupa, sorry So you'll remind me your name. Okay, next one. Let's go into very, very simple rules. Okay, so when I speak, you don't interrupt so that I don't forget my flow. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, I want it more of interactive, bukan one way, two-way communication, because we want to make sure that we are learning something and we are putting into practice, and we make sure that we all are growing better. Okay, at Nazim & Co. And third one, please put your phone on silent. I think right on time. Please put your phone on silent. Just check one round so that we don't have any interruption in between. So these are the very simple rules. Make sure that you are joyful, happy, because when you are happy, you can learn so many things. You can retain so many things. Okay. Okay, next one is about my company. Warrior Consultancy and Learning is my company, and based on that is what we are doing this training. Okay, but what I do initially, I started off in year 2021. I randomly just start teaching, passionately guiding students for ACCA. I don't know how many of you all know ACCA. Some of you all, maybe, ACCA. Okay, it's a professional qualification. So I've been teaching audit, advanced audit and assurance, and audit and assurance from year 2021. So that's when I started my own company and then went into consultancy and training and all that. So that's a little bit about my company. About me, so that's me as well. Yeah, so what I do is I love working with the numbers, but more than that, I love working with people. I just love working with people. I don't know, I felt like it's a calling for me, like to work with people more than just numbers being the back end, because I was an auditor just like you all guys. At the back end, I don't speak much, I don't talk, but then I realized that, hey, I'm someone who actually very, very friendly, jovial, and I can really motivate people and get them to be better in their life, especially in audit. So that's when I switched my career from being a full-time auditor to more on training and also coaching and teaching. So that's a little bit about myself, and that's my company logo. Since you know my company name is Warrior, right? So why I came up with Warrior is each one of y'all are warriors. Sedar ke tak? Itu yang soalannya lah. So Warrior because every day you're waking up itself is a challenge already now. Some of us cannot wake up in the morning to complete certain tasks on time. So each one of us are warriors here. So that's why the company name Warrior. Out of sudden I came up with that name. So believe that each one of y'all warrior. Dalam bahasa Melayu, what is that? Pahlawan. Saya ingatkan perwira pula. Boleh juga pahlawan. Yeah, correct. Okay, another thing guys, I want to take concern from all of y'all that this whole session will be recorded, but probably not the entire one until the camera will be off. Sampai situ saya boleh record. So I'm getting the concern from all of y'all because I'm going to submit this for my accreditation. Okay, yeah, thank you so much for that. Okay, now I want to go into this analysis. How many of y'all know this? SWOT. Apa tu SWOT? Oh, strength, weaknesses, opportunity, threats. Correct. Okay, semua tahulah. I am not going to explain very detailedly, but we are going to go more on doing the activity. Okay, so what I wanted to do is, we can stay something like this group. Oh, semua perempuan sini, semua lelaki sini, baru saya sedar. Okay, and then so this group will be group 1, all of y'all. So you guys are going to focus on the strength and opportunities. Okay, mahjong paper dekat situ. So probably you need to move away your laptop a bit. Laptop for now you don't need. You don't need laptop. Like I told you, I will tell you when you need. More of doing activities. You can keep it aside. Yeah. So you take one mahjong paper. Okay. And then team over here, my boys team here, you all will focus on weaknesses and threats. Okay, but what exactly you all need to do, I will tell you in a bit. Okay, just move your space, clear it up so that you can have, Hannah, yeah, thank you so much. Just give them one each, and you have the color pens in the middle, yeah, the yellow color case. Yeah. No, just one for one group. Yeah, just one group. So you guys are going to discuss. Okay, you can discuss over here itself. Just what you're going to discuss is, guys, we're going to do something like this. So strength and opportunities of Nazim and Co. That means our firm. What are our strengths? Okay, definitely we have our manager here. She can also give a lot of input to the team. Okay, what is our strength? Maksudnya kemahiran kita lah. So it can be anything. It can be about human, like maybe very good team, maybe good leader. It can be anything, but strength for you all. Opportunities yang kamu boleh nampak. So this one you need to think a little bit. Okay, maybe technological. I don't know. You have to think about it. Yeah, I'm not going to give soalan bocor dekat sini. You all come up with it, and then later you all present it, and I'll tell you what we can do about that. Okay, this one is going to be a little bit more challenging. Ini memang kena. You have to be truthful lah. Yeah. Okay, don't worry. I'm very sure our manager here will not take it personally. Okay, we're going to take into account of weaknesses of Nazim and Co. And also the threats that we have. So threats can be competitors lah, ataupun the fast moving technology, can be anything. Weaknesses also you can write anything. Maybe we are not having a good leader. Be truthful as you can. Only then we can help. Okay. So for example, like you are telling, not much on consulting is happening on time, or training happening on time when I'm having issues, or maybe I don't know. You guys only will know, right? What happens? So you write exactly what is happening. So jangan toko tambah, jangan tertambah situ terkeluar sini macam tu, jangan. So just write as it is. Okay, after that we will discuss. I'll give you all like 5 to 10 minutes. Can? Can you get started? So mahjong paper dekat situ. You all discuss together first. I think kena pergi belakang sikit kau baru boleh nampak muka-muka kau. Strength and opportunities.
Enough resources.
Oh yeah, at the end of it, one person needs to come and present. End of it. Lepas dah habis. Any questions you can ask me. Okay ke? Okay. Negative. I think that's the biggest challenge, kan? Kita semua tengok yang not so good.
Yes.
Yeah, so now it's time to train what is good.
Betul.
Yeah.
Kau yang nampak opportunity.
Hana itu pun.
But it's the network.
I think I'll put down a bit. Yeah.
Boleh get more, can get more tired lagi. Lagi, opportunity luar, walaupun ibu
Now okay?
now you feel
Okay, okay. Yeah, understand. I'll try to remember it back. I think when it's down, it's better good. Hopefully lah.
Itu department ni dengan SIM.
No, I will remember it. Kawan-kawan, okay ke? It's up to you. Open ended. Tak kisah. Berapa banyak boleh keluar? Boleh lah. Macam weaknesses lagi senang ke? Threats macam outside punya external factors. AI, semua tu AI coming up, ChatGPT lah, semua tu. Yang tu semua pun sebenarnya threats juga. How are you using? Yang itu. Ketinggalan zaman. Betul lah, ketinggalan zaman. Masa present tu BM pun okey je. Boleh je.
Update.
Okay, any question just ask me so you can get support.
Lagi sikit. Sebab saya dengar tadi tu kena nak Peluang cukup kita mesti ada kerja. Awal. Mesti ada kerja.
Kalau ada kita
Your voice is going up to here. No wonder. Going. Down, come up, go down, come up. This one.
Financial statement.
I think I'll just take note of it lah when I'm speaking. It comes very naturally, How I call?
Yeah, what I can call you.
You just call me Lavanya.
Lavanya?
Yeah. Lavanya is also enough.
Hana.
Don't worry, I will introduce later. We are warming up first. Kita warm up dulu. Then I will introduce myself. Come again?
Where did you work before?
2 audit firms before lah. So one in Cheras and another one is in Cal. Before I did in PwC. Yeah. After that I went into small firm. Yeah. So we have very young team here.
He's a manager.
No, so you're the junior. No, when he first came, I thought he's a manager. I literally thought that, you know. So you all need to have one person to come and present, ah?
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.
Kita nak cakap.
Memang kamu jangan cakap, please. Because we give the younger ones to do it.
The younger one.
Yeah, the youngest one lah then.
Aku yang sorry tu
Ya, saya boleh.
Apa pending ni? Poin ni sah.
Satu tu buat dia point networking. Okay.
Hannah, the whiteboard can see.
the rest of
I mean, at least can see this thing, right?
can see the thing.
But the inside, never mind. That's fine. That one memang tak boleh nampak lah. Okay. Any group ready? Kita boleh start dah.
Equal to more value. Analytical financial statement. No, kita minum juga. Mix.
Oh, very nice handwriting.
Mesti department. Extension of time. Extension of time.
Bagilah banyak sikit.
Bagilah banyak sikit. Is it difficult to think about strength? Difficult.
Sekarang kita ada 2 portfolio kot.
Jangan kata.
So maksudnya kita dapat sebab kita ada license tu, bos kita ada license tu.
Yeah, this one is strength and weaknesses for Nazim and Co. But audit department lah, kita tak payah nak tengok department lain lah, audit related. Okay, Ken? Okay, looks like this team is ready. So you want to get started? Siapa nak present? Okay, jom. So you all give me, kena letak sini.
Strength dulu.
Kita sikit baik.
Bye-bye dulu Okay, jom. Give the mahjong paper. So the one that needs to present datang sini I just need to come at the side. Boleh nampak I think so. Kena gulung sikit. Yeah. Okay, who is going to present?
Go, go, go.
You can come this way if kalau muat.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, let's put a round of applause for her. Sorry lah. So I need someone needs to just pegang. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we start with strength first.
Mhm.
The first one is enough resources. With our capability of the staff, we have
So sini.
yes.
Yeah.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
We have 9 staff. With the job that we have, I think we have enough resources lah, I guess.
9 staff,
Yes.
Okay.
And then the second one is knowledgeable partner and assistant manager.
Oh, ini.
She has been working for berapa lama?
I don't count.
7 years.
Okay.
At here, so
So what do you mean by knowledgeable?
we can ask him at any time.
Ah.
And then they
Itu flexibility lah maksudnya.
yeah.
I think flexibility is also a strength, right?
If we don't have, we don't know anything, we just go to our partner room.
Okay. Flexibility is another one. Okay, then?
And then for the system in audit, we are using XP.
Okay.
Partial system and manual.
Okay.
Masih ada unit.
So how this becomes a strength? Like, macam mana dia jadi kekuatan?
Actually, this one is given by the intern.
Okay, tak apa. So kita intern boleh lah brief. Maybe only this part. System. Come.
Our time.
Shorten our time.
Yes.
Okay. So efficiency lah. Okay. Then inter department maksudnya?
In the department, currently, we have the account department.
Okay.
And then we have the tax also.
Okay.
Tax department. So
Accounting.
it's easy for us to communicate.
Oh, maksudnya client and then we can easily get the informations on time. Okay. 2 portfolio.
2 portfolio is that for the
We have
one
our partner has a still license, Lawan and Senyam Berhad.
Aha, yes. Okay. So that means the strength basically maksudnya kita dapat lagi client lah.
Yes.
Yes,
Client. Okay, opportunities?
For the opportunity, the first one is networking more client. Because our partner is
He's a council member.
council
and a lot
member.
of
Okay.
network.
Okay.
Yes. That's why we get more client.
Okay.
The second one is unaudited financial statement. Just because currently exemption, and then we still have. I guess it's our opportunity to still
Boleh buat
work
kerja
with
lah.
this unaudited financial statement.
Okay.
And then the third one is extension of time regarding the MRS.
Oh, okay. So it's very technical kind of opportunities lah. Okay. But any other than that, any other opportunities yang bukan technical for Nazim and co.
For the boss?
Ada ke opportunities lain selain daripada ni?
Adapting to
Adapting to new
new software.
software.
Yeah.
So AXP ada ke software baru?
No.
It's
We
just,
are
They're
we are
actually,
to switch to another software.
yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Where XP they combine manual
And, yeah.
so we want the systemized
yang cloud based tu ke?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much guys. Just macam tekan. Then you can tekan and then you can see this one part. Just move it. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Kamu kena that
Berbahaya dengan Syah. Bukan perasaan diorang.
I think never mind, just leave it. Saya tak pasti kenapa tak boleh. Okay, yeah, you can just, yeah, correct. Okay. Now let's give a round of applause to him. Okay.
Okay, let's be honest. Actually,
Yes, let's be honest. Yes, that's what we want.
Actually, I'm new here.
Okay.
Just 1 month.
Okay.
This is the witness from my senior.
Oh, dia pula bagi tahu. Ni daripada sini ni.
Alright. Okay, the first one. I noticed is the workflow.
Okay.
When I intern and work here, I see some kind of clash of the workflows.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say about.
Workflow maksudnya macam audit working paper ke?
No, yes, something like that.
Ataupun dari start kita dapat new client, the processes tu kan?
Yes, the whole process.
Aha, okay. So you want to explain that workflow?
Because how to say let's say we already compile all the draft
Okay.
and we have sent to client.
Okay.
But after we send the client, we do the reviews with the partner. Let's say there's something wrong with the draft.
Okay.
We have to change it, but we already send.
So send to the client. So maksudnya belum finalize lagi kita dah send lah. Okay.
So we have to communicate with the client.
Okay, I'll just write that down. Yeah. I think I need to go over that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and some accident could be happens.
Accident, yeah, tak apa.
So we have to, do it back lah. Alright,
Okay.
the second one is with the leaderships, and I think we could combine the leadership with the reviews because our partner is quite busy.
Okay.
Sometimes,
No, the truth, right? It's very normal.
and sometimes the draft is not reviewed yet by our partner.
Okay.
And and it's still,
So it becomes late review lah.
we
Okay.
can write reviews.
Okay.
And it's quite make the flow quite slow lah.
Okay.
And the third one will be the cut-off job during the peak. My senior said that, let's say, the client MS, the deadline.
Cut off is deadline lah maksudnya.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's say the deadline is June,
Okay.
30th of June.
Okay.
But the client just send their management account to us in the 21st June. So we only have like 9 days to complete.
Okay.
Nak tak nak kena buat je.
okay.
Nak complete kan. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright, the threats will be when we have no cut off during the peak, which means we rushing the jobs. When rushing the jobs and quality may be back at some way.
Okay.
And that could be lead to MRA petition review.
Okay.
Kau kena dengan tu lah.
Okay.
And second one will be client satisfaction. When the review comes right, so probably the deadline come near right.
Okay.
And probably pass the deadline. So client will be not satisfied when they will be get penalties because when punishment or what.
Okay. So maksudnya I think threat kan yang untuk ni sebenarnya competition is the threat.
Competition.
Maksudnya ada yang firm yang lebih like more efficient than us. So they will go to them. They'll be like, oh that auditor only one time only. You know, so this one actually comes under competition.
Oh.
Competition. That's your threat.
Yes.
Okay.
And the last one would be fast moving technologies.
Okay.
With our new software coming soon with our bots.
Okay.
Make our what? Probably other companies have implemented it,
Okay.
but we not.
Okay.
So we quite like behind from them. So we try to catch up with them with the new software coming
Outdated
soon.
lah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dave. And thank you so much for being honest. It's very, very important. Okay, thank you. Okay, amazing. Let me close this door. Dia memang dah patah dah. Oh, that one you need to press and do. Yes, press and then move a little bit. Like that. Yes, that's how it is. So you all learn something new. Macam mana nak guna ni? Okay, amazing guys. So I am going to actually tell you all what we can do with this. You see, this whole activity, why we did is, actually we want to really see what we already have and we are not utilizing it. Maksudnya kita dah ada kemahiran tu tapi tak utilize tu. Kita macam dah terlupa dah kita ada tu. Especially the strength. We often forget that we have very good resources. Like I'll be very honest, small firm, this many team members is good resources. Okay, because I see only 1, 2. That's what they have and the entire audit team. So when you all have this many people, actually have very good resources. So how are you going to utilize that is what you're going to do. Maksudnya, like you all need to talk to each other, you know. Jangan buat kerja silo. Saya pun dulu macam tu. Saya tak cakap dengan siapa-siapa, saya buat je kerja, saya pun tak tahu apa yang salah, apa yang betul. Semua macam main buat je lah. But when you speak to your fellow friends, you actually can see, she's much more better in this. She's doing it in a better way. You know what we all did is, we was also a very small firm back then. So I had this one team member. I still remember his name, Azri. Azri is very good. He went, I think, to UK and learned, and then he worked in Big Four there, and then he came back. So he had different way of seeing things, especially the working paper. So he do it very fast. Then I said, hey, how are you doing that, you know? Then we kind of like exchange our working papers. So I'll do certain parts much more faster, and he will do certain parts much more faster, like hire purchase. He did it very fast, and I was like, how do you do that? You know, can you like teach me? So I think that kind of cross learning is very important. So tu kena jadi kawan dulu. Tak boleh jadi musuh ya dalam team sendiri. You cannot hate each other, you have to work together. So this one needs communication. You have to speak to each other. Okay, that will help you for the strength. For the weaknesses and the threats, this one we need to work together. That one I will somehow come up with a solution. Okay, don't worry. Takkan bagi tahu, orang ni yang bagi tahu, boss macam ni. No lah, we want to grow. That's the whole idea. Okay, so with this SWOT analysis, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Lavanya. Okay, so want to tell a little bit about myself. I think just now someone asked me, so what do you do? What do you work and all that? So I did a diploma in accounting, and then I did my degree, and finally I did my ACCA. Yeah, I took the longer route, which is like, okay, 4 years, longer route, but never mind, we just do that. So I did that, and then after that I went into straight audit firm. So you know internship, right guys? So I took like, I think almost 6 months in PwC. So I did intern and I worked for a while, and then I realized that I'm not a Big Four person. Okay, I realized it at a very young age. That's not who I am. So what I did is, I told to my parents that I want to take a 1-year gap. I told that I want to find myself. I don't know why I say that, but I took a 1-year gap. I told them that I want to know really who I am, kind of thing. So I realized that I'm more of an entrepreneur more than an employee back then. So then, takkanlah tiba-tiba nak buka firm kan, saya dah lah tak ada experience. So what I did, okay, everyone told that you need to have experience. So I went into firm, I worked for several years, and then I think with the universe's help, then I started switching my career to coaching, teaching and all that. And I got my CA, ACCA member now, MIA member, and Mr. Nazimuddin was one of the mentor for me as well. So to get all these things, I always come to him. I said, sir, I have this, you know, what do you think about it? So yeah, that's what I do. And then now I'm a trainer as well. So this is basically what I do, and I teach all around the world. Students from Malaysia, we do have students from Indonesia, we do have students from UK, South Africa. I don't go there and teach online. So far I've been to Indonesia to teach them physically. Hopefully, but by God's grace, I'll go to other countries as well. Yeah, so that's what I do, and I explore the world. So that's a little bit about myself. Okay, yep, now let's go into our module for today, okay? So this is going to be a little bit more technical, but I don't want you to fall asleep, so that's why you have a workbook. So what you do, whatever I'm saying, try to take note of the important areas. So just write it out. And if you have something to add on, more than happy, for you to share the experience or to tell me, hey, we are doing something like this, Miss, in Nazim & Co. This is how we are doing. So how can we do it better? Okay, so first one we're going to cover is understanding the client and its environment. Siapa tahu yang tu ISA mana? ISA dia dah macam tak tahulah. ISA berapa tu? During planning itu memang betul. Okay, during planning. Understanding the client and its environment, ISA 315. Just take note of that. I know it's already in your working paper. Apa software kamu AXP, tak payahlah ingat-ingat kan. But I mean, when you are growing in your career, you need to know the technical knowledge, especially when you're at managerial level and all that, right? So you need to know the technical part of it. ISA 315, just write that down. Okay, so 315 says certain areas. We will go into that later part. And then second module will cover responding to auditors' risks. That one ISA berapa pula? Guys, the boys tak ingat. Okay lah, tak apa. ISA 330. Yeah. And then we will go into third module, which is quality management for audit engagements. Yang tu tadi dah, I think seorang dah bagi tahu about quality issue, right? So that is ISA 220. And finally, audit documentation. Bukan, 230. Yeah. Okay, so we have these 4 modules that we will be covering. The first 2 modules we cover hopefully before lunch. Okay, then the other 2 modules after lunch. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Let's get started with understanding the client and its environment. So guys, there is actually many aspects, okay, for understanding the client and its environment. Tapi mesti tak cukup kalau saya nak cover semua. So what I will do is I'll cover the main things and then we go straight away into an activity. So we do it together, how actually we're going to understand, and you can share your experience how actually you do it in Nazim & Co. Because especially those interns kan, intern junior, yang understanding client and environment macam tak faham-faham. Do you all agree that? When I was an intern, I also, what do you mean by understanding client and environment? Because normally the partners will go in, meet the client. Partners go to the client place, see how the factory is or see how the place is and all that. So as an intern dengan junior, macam mana kita nak visualize tu? Pernah ke tanya? You all have you all asked them? Macam mana saya nak tahu? Okay, let's say you are getting a client. Manufacturing ada ke? Manufacturing? Tak ada manufacturing client so services lah mostly. Okay, so let's say services. Let's say it's a clinic. So macam mana kamu akan visualize? Kamu dapat financial statement je. So how do you see how the clinic is? What they will do? You have to think all that already. This is where understanding comes in. So kamu tak boleh just dengan number je. Remember guys, audit bukan number sahaja. Many people think it's numbers only. Even accounting they think it's just numbers, but it's evolving so much. Dah berbeza dah sekarang. Okay, so we're going to cover first one, financial reporting framework. Okay guys, anyone can tell me what financial reporting framework we use for SME audit? Small and medium size. AMPERS. Yes. MFRS bila kita guna? Public interest entities. Okay, masa kita ada berhad lah, bukan sendirian berhad. Okay, so sendirian berhad we use AMPERS. And AMPERS ni is going to be your main, like how, okay, so religiously we say we have our own books, right? Like Al-Quran, Bible, inilah Al-Quran kamu, AMPERS for your audit. So you read that, based on that is how you're supposed to do your audit. So when I was an auditor, I take some time to read about that every week, just to update my knowledge and all that. Kalau tak, apa yang kita buat, kita macam main buat je, and we don't understand that, right? So AMPERS is going to be your go-to book, okay? And MFRS if you have listed companies lah, kalau berhad. Okay, so that is the financial reporting framework. First kamu kena tahu financial reporting framework. AMPERS ke, MFRS ke? I mean we are Malaysia, that's why MFRS. Kalau tak IFRS lah, sama je. So you need to first know that. Based on that je kamu boleh buat audit kamu. Kalau tak kamu buat macam buatlah last year working paper apa ke dia orang buat, buat je lah. So you don't understand what they are doing. And then suddenly the partner or the manager asks you macam saya ikut je lah. This is what happens, right? Because you don't know that it's actually based on this. Okay, so that's the first one. You understand that first. Then second, components of entity system of internal control system. Yang ni. Okay, this one going to be a bigger sketch. So I need to understand Nazim and Co. Do you all do controls? Control testing?
No.
We don't do. So we don't understand about clients and
We just walk through lah.
walk through je lah. Okay. So I'm going to explain about the components a little bit. This one will be a bit more technical, so kamu kena tulis dalam workbook kamu. Okay. I think there's some area where I put a dash. Saya rasa dekat sini. This one entities risk assessment. Can you say financial reporting framework? Lepas tu lagi satu tu dash kan? Dash tu you need to figure out which one is not there. You just write it out. So kita ada components of entity system of internal control, entities risk assessment process, risk assessment procedure. Yang tak ada tu kamu fill up. Yeah, just write it out only. Which one is not there? So which one is not there? Ni kan? Internal control. So write that. Now I'm going to write the components of it. So we have few components for the internal controls. Okay, the components. Since you all are not doing that control testing tu kan, but you still need to understand what is their controls, at least a little bit, right? So this is what we have, control environment. Okay, control environment maksudnya, whatever client you are getting, right, what is their environment? Maksudnya, let's say clinic again. We're giving an example of a clinic, right? So how do they actually get their clients? What system they use? How do they get it? And then from until they deliver their services. So this whole scenario is going to be your environment. So it's like more of how they operate. How they operate in terms of the controls. Bukan in terms of business, but control. Maksudnya, ada ke orang yang check, ada tak orang yang review something, macam signature, betul. Lepas tu, there is anyone who is higher authority who is looking at invoices yang dah send kepada client, that kind of thing. Right? That's environment. It is related to control activity. Okay, activity ni sebenarnya is related to environment maksudnya besar lagi lah, the entire environment. Activity ni sebenarnya actions. So example client ada tak authorization? Authorization maksudnya kalau kita ada invoice ni authorized by whom? Bukan main send je kepada client. So it must be authorized by someone. Okay, authorization. And then second one we have reconciliation. So reconciliation yang kamu biasa tengok daripada client? Bank. Okay, any other? Bank recon lagi apa lagi? Apa? You said something. Invoice. Tapi yang itu bukan namanya lah. Recon apa tu sebenarnya? Invoice. Itu lain. Aging dah lain dah. Recon, bank recon, yes. Lagi apa yang kita boleh buat recon? Ataupun sebenarnya yang tu client akan buat lah, kita check je. Tax recon, that is not still control environment. So kamu kena tengok control environment diorang. Not about tax, more on operations. One is bank. Trade payables. Trade payables recon, trade receivables recon. Because we are going to look at the environment kan, whether they first of all buat ke tak recon tu. So kalau trade payables maksudnya supplier statement we get from them, and then we are looking at their invoices. Diorang ada tak buat recon untuk dua ni? Because they need to do first, bukan auditor yang kena buat. Kalau diorang buat, maksudnya control diorang dah bagus dah. Saya tak payah buat banyak lagi detail testing nanti. Because they already done this, you know. That means their control is already strong. So if they have that, that's good. Some companies are very good. They have all this recon. Diorang dah buat dah. So maksudnya control diorang is good. Yeah. So that one is control activity, authorization, reconciliation. We also do have review. Is also control activity. So review maksudnya, okay, let's say they already finalized their financial statements. Ada tak siapa-siapa yang review financial statements tu? So if ada kan, kita ada stamp dekat bawah tu kan, reviewed by, prepared by someone. So if they have that, maksudnya control dia orang dah bagus dah. So that's how you will see. So I think these three is more applicable for you all lah, to control activity. The others we don't have to cover. Okay, so yeah, control environment, control activity. We have another one called monitoring, but that all more for listed companies lah. Go on detail. So I'll just touch and go only which will be relevant for you all, because kita buat SME audit je, and sometimes we don't even look at the controls, right? Why we don't look? Anyone can tell me?
We don't rely on the control.
We cannot rely on the controls. Yes, because maksudnya kita dah realize dah default SME memang tak boleh pakai lah control dia. Something like that lah. You can put it like they cannot. We cannot rely on that. That's why we immediately go into substantive procedures. But yang ini pun guys, you have to understand the client and environment. So that means you first of all need to see how the client is. You can tell to your manager, so I think we can rely on their controls, or madam, we can rely on the controls. Because you are telling, they have this all, then why are we not relying? Because if we can rely, we can reduce our detail testing. Masa nak buat audit tu lagi singkat lah, it's efficient. Right, but you need to know that first. Kalau tak, kita tak boleh bagi reasoning dekat bawah tu, our audit working paper. So, whenever manager is telling and all that, try to ask or challenge them. Not in a way of arrogance lah, it's in a way to learn. To learn that, I want to know why you are telling cannot. Okay, some things we can rely on them. So we can reduce the detail testing later. Tak payah ambil masa banyak. Okay, so that's why this one is important. Control environment dengan control activity. Okay, then we have the other one which is risk assessment. Right, it's entities risk assessment process. Okay, risk assessment process is another very, very important thing. Okay, but I'm not so sure how much you all can understand that part, because that actually takes a lot of experience, kan? It's not in 1 year, even not 2 years. Yeah, it's I think forever thing that risk, because every client is so unique, very, very unique. Every services industry is super unique. Saya pun tak tahu macam mana nak yang ini risky ke ataupun yang ini risky, kan? So what you can do, whenever you have a client, you all supposed to have supposed to have these two elements, which is business risk dengan audit risk. FS okay, that one comes under ROMM, risk of material misstatement, dengan lagi satu detection risk. That one is like the bigger version lah. Yang kamu kata FS tu sebenarnya yang ni lah, ROMM. This one solely about financial statement je. Okay, so now this risk assessment process ni, okay, you have to know what is the business risk of the client. And biasanya yang ni partner yang tahu. Biasanya. But what you have to ask is, be proactively ask, so what is the business risk of the client? Because some of the business risk will go into audit risk. There are some, not all of it, akan pergi sini. Some of the business risk will not impact FS. So you need to know which business risk akan impact FS. Give you an example. Okay, let's say a business risk. Okay, you realize that this particular client, let's take Zeus Coffee as an example. Okay, Zeus Coffee. Do you think Zeus Coffee is going good growing ataupun dia reducing their growth? What do you all think? Is it positive or negative growth in terms of business? It's a positive growth, right? More of a positively, they are branching out to many places and all that. But think of another company that used to have apa nama dia? Kopitiam. Oriental kan? Oriental. Do you think that is like going up or the growth is down? The Oriental macam sekarang saya tak nampak dah. Because Oriental was supposed to be our original Malaysian base, correct? Now Zeus Coffee is to next level already. So like Oriental, okay, we compare these two. You can visualize already Oriental macam dah tak ada growth dah. So that is where we call as a going concern issue. Going concern maksudnya dia tak boleh survive dah in the next 12 months kan? Dah banyak kedai dah tutup dah semua tu. So this going concern is actually a business risk. Okay, business risk. Why? Going concern issue is affecting the business objective. Business objective is to maximize profits, is to have good cash flow. Dua-dua dah tak ada dah Oriental. So going concern issue ni, you know what will happen? It will actually relate to financial statement. How it will relate to financial statement? Anyone wants to try? Macam mana going concern ni, issue ni akan relate to financial statement?
Loss.
Think of an accounting standard. Kalau ada going concern issue, which accounting standard impacted? Kita ada satu accounting standard. Can you remember? No, you see, going concern is entirely, right? So going concern affects the entire FS.
Presentation exclusion.
Correct. What is the IS?
Yes.
Accounting standard apa tu? If you all can remember. Kita ada accounting standard yang baru untuk tu. Last time used to be IAS 1. Sekarang dah tukar kepada the newer one. IAS 1 change to IFRS. Yeah, correct, IFRS, but IFRS berapa? Belum lagi tukar lah. The application will be next year, I think. But we already started learning it. IFRS 18. It's about presentation and disclosure. It's a newer IFRS that came out. So here, how it impacts is from the going concern, business risk issue, it will impact the entire presentation and disclosure of the financial statement. So yang itu yang jadi ROMM, risk of material misstatement, FS risk. So only if you know this kan, you will know, oh, I need to focus on that area for my audit. Kalau kamu tak boleh nampak yang ini, then you can't assess that part is an important thing. Lepas tu partner akan tanya, kenapa kamu tak test on this area? So this one is something that you have to widen your mind. Bukan je number sahaja. It's more than that. Okay, so that's why business risk is important. So business risk, one way to understand, whatever issue that happen may not be able to achieve the business objective of the company. Kalau business objective simple je. Profit, nak dapat profit, nak dapatkan cash flow. Itu je. So anything that will impact that all consider business risk. Okay, yeah. So now let's go to audit risk. So audit risk here, see detection risk maksudnya yang ni auditor lah. The issue with the auditor. Nothing to do with the financial statements of the client. That means we go and wrongly choose procedure, we go and wrongly choose sample, we maybe tak pandai nak tengok FS. These are the issues more on auditor's perspective. Okay? But ROMM is more to client. Maksudnya financial statement dia orang, internal controls dia orang. So it's more on them, not on the auditor. Okay, so for example, they breach accounting standard. Maksudnya kena, okay, let's say you need to use IFRS 15 for revenue, dia orang tak guna yang tu. Yang tu. Or IFRS 16 leases pun tak guna. Maybe they are not complying to accounting standards at all. So that is all going to be under ROMM. Why that is important? Now that's the question. Saya assess semua ni untuk apa? So to understand client for what purpose? So that you can focus on that area only to audit. Kan kita bukannya ambil masa 2 minggu, 2 months or 3 months. We only have very few, very short period of time. So what I can do is, once I know that area, the risky area, I put down in my working paper and I focus only on that areas. So that I don't take, the longer route ataupun buat kerja yang sebenarnya tak payah buat. Less efficient lah. Because your risk assessment is not so strong. So how many of you all do risk assessment before you start doing the audit? So you all do ataupun partner senior will, you all do it on your own, kan? So you all have a particular template for that? Macam template for the risk assessment. So you have macam questionnaires and all that, right? Yeah. So that one you must be very clear what you are doing. Jangan main buat je. When you main buat je masa tu lah, tak tahulah saya buat apa audit untuk klien ni. So you have to be very clear on your risk area. Okay, so that one. Any questions guys so far? Anything that you want to ask me on ROMM? ROMM is very big. I'm going to go a little bit more detail on that. Risk of material misstatement. Okay, if no question then we go into the other one. I think I need to turn the page, the workbook guys. Turn more. You'll be able to see audit assertions. Lagi. Okay. Dekat sini. I think page 10. Audit assertions. Ini audit assertions kan? Okay. Okay, I'm going to actually recap audit assertions. That will be very helpful for your ROMM. Okay, I'm going to recap a bit. Okay, you see ya, ROMM maksudnya FS punya risk lah. You can understand in that way. Okay, so ROMM, risk of material misstatement, there is actually few things you can look at. Satu, client breach accounting standard. Maksudnya tak follow accounting standard. Okay, didn't follow that. Or risk of audit assertions not complied. And the last one, others. Okay, so there are some circumstances falls under others. So we cover on audit assertions first. Okay, how many of you all know audit assertions by heart? Audit assertions. Kalau tak tengok dekat situ, you all still.
The meaning audit assertion or what?
Not the meaning. What I mean is how many types of audit assertion, how do you use for your financial statement? Six, seven. Okay. Audit assertion, there is for P&L item, balance sheet item, yeah, SOFP. Okay, and there is assertions which will be for both. So kamu kena tahu yang ini semua. Which one is for P&L, which one is for SOFP, which one is for both. Why that one is important is because from there only you will perform your audit procedure. Okay, kalau katalah client has revenue, every client will have revenue hopefully, unless dormant lah. Okay, so revenue, the assertions that you would have, so this will be what we call as P&L assertions lah. Cut off, and we have occurrence. Dua ni je. This is like only for P&L. Okay, so that means I need to perform procedure on how can I confirm the cutoff, and I must have procedure on how am I going to confirm the occurrence. Kalau dua ni tak ada, then that means you are not doing a correct job for your audit lah. Because yang assertion tu is your procedure. Kalau kamu tak buat apa-apa procedure untuk dua-dua ni, that means you didn't do a proper job on that audit for revenue. So that's why assertions is going to be your base. So if anything goes wrong here at the planning stage, macam mana saya nak tahu yang ini akan jadi risk Now how would I know at the planning stages? By understanding the client's business environment. Okay, I give you another example. Let's say your client is, okay, let's say subscription basis. Okay, that's how they get their revenue. The biggest problem with subscription is they will recognize revenue in advance. But how would you know that? Because you understand client punya business kan? Because dia orang dapat payment dulu, service lepas tu je dia orang akan buat. So that one will impact cut-off. So this is a planning stage already. Because you understand, you know that is the issue. If you don't understand, you wouldn't know that part is a high risk area. So we are still at the planning stage. Kita belum lagi went into the audit. We still planning. So you need to understand their business nature. That's why I say if it's a subscription basis, then this one is very clearly cut-off issue. Okay, that's for the revenue part. So this is PNR. SOFP, guys, assertion. Existence, okay. What else?
Classification.
Classification is for both.
Valuation.
Okay, valuation.
Right and obligation.
Rights and obligation, exactly. Apa lagi? Existence, valuation, rights and obligation. For both, correct. So this one presentation and disclosure for both. Classification. Lagi apa? Tu je ke? I think that's all I have also over there. Completeness, I forgot. Very important one. Completeness. Very, very important. Completeness for both. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now this each one of the auditor session, you have to know how are you going to use it for your planning. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. You get a financial statement, kan? Kamu dah dapat figures tu, and from there you must be able to know which assertions is that related to. So when I was doing audit, saya dah ada template tu. So I just use for the client, whichever relevant for that client, I use that template only lah. Okay, they have revenue means okay, these assertions is all there, and I assess whether high, low or moderate. So I will assess. That assessment must be there. That is your starting point. Kalau yang tu tak ada, terus buat audit, memanglah MIA practice review lah tu. Because we must have the risk assessment one. Okay? Yeah. So over here, anything that you don't understand, like yang you want more explanation, the assertions, ada yang tak faham. I mean, I'm not going everything, but I just want to ask anything that you don't really understand.
Completeness for balance sheet. How?
Okay, so for completeness, okay, balance sheet completeness, wait, so I give an example. For completeness, I think completeness is very, 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 how do I say, very confusing actually. Same like accuracy. I think I left out that one, another one, accuracy. That's another session. Okay, so completeness can. Okay, balance sheet item, let's take supplier or trade payables. So I want to see whatever that we have recorded in the system is actually completely taken out from the beginning stage. That's why this completeness, you will start from your controls. Maksudnya, stage number 1 for supplier, we will have order send, kan? Correct? We will send an order to the supplier. Okay, so order send ni, kalau dekat sini 30 quantity, I must receive it, right? That's my second stage. Stage 2. So what I mean by completeness, maksudnya apa-apa yang kita order dekat sini, we have to receive it. From that receive, I must be invoiced by the supplier. The same thing. So I want to make sure that it's completely taken up, not out of 30 only 15 is being invoiced. That's how the completeness works. But this is only on balance sheet on that particular date, year end. On the year end date, not on individual transactions. So this one will be a completeness for the SOFP. For one of the example. So if 30, then 30 needs to be invoiced. Shouldn't be anything missing in between. So that's why when you do your testing, so you will actually get your order, get your goods receive note, order form dengan invoice sekali. Tiga-tiga tu kepek letak sample selected. All 3 documents must be there. Okay, yeah, this one. Okay, that's on completeness. Okay, so with that, risk assessment process is done. We just focus on SME audit only. We are not going entirely on the technical part. It's a lot of things. Okay, the last one, risk assessment procedures. So risk assessment procedures is also another very important one. It's still under the same planning stage, understanding the client. Okay, yang ini you can call it like procedures. Maksudnya action plan. Like what we're going to do in order for us to understand about the client. Risk assessment procedures. Anyone knows any risk assessment procedure yang kita buat biasanya? Analyze. Not exactly the right word, but almost there. So there's actually few. Okay, number 1, enquiries. That means you ask your client to understand about them. Like what do you do? How do you get your client? What processes you use? All these enquiries. So from there, you'll be able to assess that this area is risky area. For example, diorang kata, kita masa nak ambil order, kita ambil je. Kita tak ada sistem. The moment they say like that, you already know. Okay, our controls is already very poor. So that's why enquiries will be very helpful. Second one, observation. This one you might not be able to do because we don't go to the client place. Observe macam mana dia orang buat. Like how do they do their recording ke ataupun their business operations and all that. It's an observation. Third one, anyone? Recalculate. More than recalculate, we can call it as inspection. Inspection of documents. Like inspection of documents, like for example invoices ke, contracts ke, agreements ke. So you want to understand about the client. Okay, and then finally is the most important one, analytical procedure. Very important for planning stage. We have a standard by its own, tapi kita tak pergi situ lah. We still fall under ISA 315. Analytical procedures. So analytical procedure, now I believe in your AXP dah boleh buat dah. Dia akan buatkan untuk kamu. Betul ya? The AXP itself will do for you the AP. Am I right to say? No Oh, okay.
Give a what 50% ratio. But the explanation no.
Yeah, correct. Explanation they don't do lah. Because that one still, that's where we come in. We exercise our judgment untuk bagi tahu yang ini risky ke ataupun tak kan. But at least the calculation is already being done, right? Yes. So the calculations is already done. Now you just need to do your analysis dekat situ. Okay, yang ini risky ke tak risky. So analytical procedure there is 2 ways. One, you compare prior year figure, that means last year figure dengan current year. Lagi satu, ratio analysis. Okay, this one will be, one is trend analysis. This is what we call trend analysis. Lagi satu, ratio analysis. Ratio analysis yang biasa kita tengok GP, NP lah. right? GP, NP, gearing ratio, quick ratio, trade receivables collection period, trade payables collection period. Come again? Yes. Okay. Okay, for this one, I feel like rather than me talking, I want you all to do something. We're going to do an activity. Okay, it's actually Zeus Coffee tapi saya tak nak buat guna nama tu. So I just came up with this. Kas Kopi Sendirian Berhad. Okay, now what I want you all to do is think of a coffee shop. Any coffee shop, bukan Zeus sahaja. It can be anything that comes to your mind. Whatever we have learned in the module 1 just now, understanding the client and its environment, you have to think on what are those risk assessment you can do about that client. Yang kita cover tadi, yang ni, financial reporting framework, the control environment, and then the entity's risk assessment procedures. Apa yang kita boleh buat? So you just think of that only. You don't have to be very specific, can be a bit general, but try to brainstorm. Okay, apa yang saya boleh understand about financial reporting framework, what I will be able to focus on the components of the entity, and then risk assessment dengan risk assessment procedure. 4 things. Just try to brainstorm for a while. Just give you all 5 minutes. Okay, just try to do that. After that, we will go into the AP. Yang 4 tu. So what you can think of, let's say this is the coffee shop, this is how it looks like. I think so, it looks like a coffee shop. So just a simple coffee shop. So they have clients coming in, and there is this one person who is the one who is doing everything. He's the one who takes the order, he's the one who is doing it, preparing all the beverages, and then he gives to the customer. So there's only one person. So whatever we covered just now, you just use that knowledge. How long did you see? 3 hours 57 minutes. We have remaining only 3 hours 57.
Oh, then you have to charge it.
No, it is already charging. It's already charging. What they mean by this 3 hours 57 is the correct. One shot live recording gonna go maximum 5 hours only. So I will stop it later. Maybe after my second module. I'll stop it and then after lunch I'll resume back. Yeah, start back. So I think for now, just now it's 5, right? 5 hours.
No, it's 5 hours.
So up to 2 hours then.
Recorded lah.
Okay lah. Washroom is that? You girls okay? You all have question, mesti ada banyak kan? Because intern. So you can ask me if you don't understand. Okay? Yeah. Use the knowledge we learned just now. So just connect it. Disha, Iki. I forgot his name. What is his name? Zul. Okay. So this one you need to use your imagination sikit lah. But think of like what I told you. It's a very small company. Just one person running everything. Like he is the one who is doing the beverages. He is the one with the client. It's a small company. Only one employee. So if you are done, you can let me know. Any questions guys you want to ask me? Boleh buat ke? So Zul, you will be the first person.
Huh?
Ah. So Nurul, you will be the second person. Nurul will be the second person. Okay? Yeah. So just explain only from what you understand. So you see, there is no right wrong answers. Being an auditor is all about assessing the judgments. So as long as you are based on your auditing standards, you are good to go. Okay, Nurul?
Ni Nurul juga. No. You.
So I purposely picked Nurul. Okay, Zul, ready. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, just explain what you understand.
So you said that the company is saya dulu lah.
Yeah, betul. One man show lah.
So one thing is no segregation of duties lah.
Okay.
So let's say if the company generates sale
Okay.
one order.
Okay.
So that one staff make the order, keep the order,
Aha,
receive the
betul.
money. So what if the money kan,
Aha.
cash, for example cash.
Cash yang receive daripada client, customer kan?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So there may be a possibility of theft lah.
Okay.
Because no segregation of duties kan.
Okay.
So also there is only one staff. So what if the staff sick or resign? So they don't have the ability to operate lah. So going concern issue.
This one next level really lah, Zul. Okay. But I mean nice imagination. Yeah, go on.
Then procurement of asset because coffee shop, of course they have coffee machine,
Okay.
grinder and so on. So how do they acquire the asset? Is
Okay.
it the staff order direct from the supplier or on that? So that's one thing.
Okay, so basically control issue banyak situ lah.
Yes.
Okay, so from there, risk or material misstatement, how do you connect to financial statement? So kamu dah bagi tahu kan tak ada segregation duties yang tu semua. So which area of the financial statement akan impact mostly? What do you think? Accuracy, okay. Assertions. So she's telling about assertions, right? Which item you think financial statement item akan impact? Revenue mainly. Because yang tadi Zul kata kan yang theft semua tu. So maybe income tu bukan income yang betul-betul. Fake. So I don't want to go money laundering, that's another topic already. But yeah, that is where the money laundering comes in also. Fake cash, fake money, all the fictitious ones comes in. Okay, maybe also probably can be from illegal activity, we don't know. So that's why when you guys are doing, also kena take note of money laundering as well. Even though you think it's a small company, but we never know. Yeah, right? We never know. So you have to be very careful in the revenue part. Okay, but since we are only focusing on AP now, okay, thank you so much, Zul. Nurul? Yours?
Mine.
Whatever you have written lah, whatever.
Mine is, I think for the cash and bank handling lah.
Okay.
Because there is only one staff.
Yeah.
And then for the daily basis, I think it could be have a short. I mean like macam setiap hari tu boleh ada short sebab one staff handling kan.
Okay.
And then for the record itself,
So maksudnya macam human error boleh ada lah kan, seorang je yang buat.
Betul.
Maybe
dia yang cashier, dia yang record,
betul.
and then dia yang kena tanggung
yes.
that short kan.
Correct.
Apart from that, inventory.
Inventories, okay.
It could be kan. Sebab macam inventory masuk and
Okay.
then it could be mistake for the inventory masuk and keluar tu could be macam mistaken record.
Faham. So inaccurate recordings of inventories. Okay, that's all. Okay, I mean that's a good try. You see, so guys, next from like today onwards, whatever client yang kamu dapat or the client you already get, think of the risk assessment part. Kamu buat tu betul ke tak? That means you have to visualize. So what I normally do is, when I get a client from my partner, so I don't immediately start my audit. Like saya tak buat detail testing directly lah. I will try to understand about the client. Maksudnya saya pergi kepada website-nya, I try to go to their social media. So I will actually do all that to understand the client. So that from there I will know, macam ni lah dia orang buat sales. Macam ni lah dia orang like you know, that's how they get, that's how they do marketing. So kalau let's say they have a website, mesti kena ada dekat financial statement website cost kan. Kalau tak ada, kamu boleh tanya juga, kenapa kamu ada website tapi tak ada costing untuk website. Maybe website maintenance semua tu, every year you have costing, website maintenance. Kalau tak ada, that's missing expenses lah. So when you understand the client, easier kamu nak tengok which area is missing or risky area. So that's how you can understand your client itself. The easiest way is website and social media now, because almost every company have it. If they don't have it, something is wrong. Yeah, you have to ask them why you are not having it. Like at this era, if you don't have it, then suspicious a bit lah. You know why? Is it legit company or not? Yeah. Okay, guys. Now you will be using your laptops, but I only want one laptop. Okay, for this group, just use one laptop. This group, one laptop. We're going to do AP. Okay, analytical procedure. So that means we do a trend analysis je. Kita tak buat ratio analysis. But how comparing this year figure? Okay, so we have a company. This is actually Oriental one. Okay, so Oriental figure. They have for 2025. Wait, this one is non-audited. This is current year to date, and this is current quarter. Okay, so maksudnya this one is like for 3 months. This one is year to date. That means for the whole year. So it's okay, doesn't matter. It's not prior year, but still we have a comparison of figures. What we do, we just take these figures, we do our trend analysis quickly, like in the Excel. You know, you just put the formula on it, drag it down. You all know how to do that, right? It's a very simple manual one. So you do that. After that, we're going to actually discuss which area is actually the risky area that we're supposed to audit. So how are you going to do that part? That's what I'm going to teach. So just take one laptop for each team and quickly do that formula thing. Whose laptop we're going to use? Just take one only. No need banyak-banyak. Just take one laptop and then put these figures. Revenue, cost of sale, GP, OI. They have selling and distribution expenses, admin expenses, share of result of JV, profit. Until here je lah. Until profit after taxation je. We do it until here only. Okay, from there we are going to assess which area is going to be a risky area. And from there is where we're going to start our audit.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, this is the figure, so you can just type it in.
Kita compare quarter dengan year ke?
Yeah, correct.
Tapi dekat Excel.
Yes, Excel.
Baru lah. Okay, like.
So kita ada revenue, cost of sale, GP, OI, selling and distribution expenses, admin expenses, share of the result of JV.
Kau tadi nak tahu comparison. Variance. Variance, current.
So if you already ada template, guna template je lah. Senang. Kalau kamu dah ada template. Zul, you use copy paste. Easy. You girls okay?
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't come there. And then once you do that, quickly just do that formula thing and analyze which one will be risky area from what you all normally do. This one nothing to do with materiality, just percentage. From there, how do you assess risk?
Isi figure dulu kah atau isi yang SD dulu?
Oh, sorry. Profit.
Yes, variance.
Kat atas tu, kat sini.
Oh,
Teamwork eh.
Persepsi increase sama, cost profit pun sama. So, by right you want to achieve.
Share of apa?
share of
JV.
Situ capitalization, situ finance cost, profit before tax, bawah income tax expense, situ profit after tax. Bawah lagi OCF.
Apa dia?
Okey ke?
Okay, bawah lagi total OCF.
Sampai sini je eh. Profit after taxation je. Nanti dia
Okay, dah.
Okay. Adam, ready?
Boleh.
Boys team first.
Ada boleh ni.
We give semangat untuk Adam. Yes. Let's do this, Adam. Yeah, Naman, you can sit down. It's fine.
Okay, so from the financial statement, what I can see is from the trend, analysis, everything looks normal.
Okay.
Except for the share of result of joint venture, which I think is not a regular item, so which we will highlight that on this area. And also, of course, for revenue and cost of sale, we always make it compulsory to test the cut-off test and the existing the occurrence. Also for the cost of sale, whether there is unrecorded liabilities.
Okay.
And also for the finance cost, which is very important. We will inspect the documents and also ensure the accuracy of the interest calculation that has been sent to PNL, whether it is according to the agreement or according to the bank rate. And finally, the income tax expense, which we will also do the recalculation, whether it is correct calculation and reconciliation.
Okay. Thank you so much, Adam. Okay, let's go. Our girls team. Our girls team now. Yeah.
So this is based on my understanding.
Yes. Yeah.
So what can I see? There is no high risk.
Okay.
Since the revenue and the cost of sale percentage is the same.
Okay.
And then let's say if the cost of sale below, the percentage is lower, then we should check the reason behind.
Okay.
And I think that's all.
That's all? Okay. That's a good try. Thank you so much. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do is, you see every client, right, we already have for SME audit especially, revenue, cost of sales, mesti kena test. That is a high risk, naturally. We will test it now. But whether high risk or not, that one it depends on the percentage that we are using. So now the AP is basically to find out whether there is a high risk or a low risk. So that I don't have to do a lot of work. So I can do the work that it's supposed to be. You see, I'm not touching materiality yet. Materiality, saya tak pergi yang tu because that one is another big chapter. We just focus on how to assess only. So in this case, when they say revenue here, right? So guys, if you notice 116 to 317, how much is the percentage?
63.
Okay. Cost of sales, how much?
63.
Same, right? Okay. Then our GP is also, our GP berapa? Increase. Same also, okay. So if you notice here, everything is constant. That's why, like what both of you all said, there is no major risks. So mostly it's correct. Tapi kita tak boleh juga assume that if the percentage is correct, everything is correct also. So there would be an element of risk. So sebab tu kita akan buat nanti detail testing lah. Okay, so we have to find out if there is any area. But for now, since this 3 area is not high risk area, I don't have to do very detailed testing. So my samples will be smaller. Okay, so that's the first thing you assess. After that, other income, what is the percentage? 55. Okay, now other income is interesting because other income not all the time we have. So dia kadang-kadang je yang ada. So other income, what I will do is we need to focus on the breakdown. Other income, what is the breakdown of the other income? Breakdown of it. Maksudnya dekat other income tu ada apa? Because other income is an area, dia boleh selitkan apa-apa yang not the legit ones lah. Diorang main letak je dekat other income to increase the profits. So that's why even though the percentage tu tak ada apa-apa perbezaan much, it's just 50% plus, you still need to test it. Other income. This area is a risky area because of the nature of the transaction. The nature, not because of the figure, but the nature of the transaction. I know it can be a little bit confusing. Bila saya nak guna figure, bila saya nak guna nature, right? So this is where you need to go, this or this. You have to focus on both areas, figure and nature, both of it. Both of this. Nature of the transaction maksudnya, the transaction itself macam other income, that transaction itself is high risk area. Okay, so this one confirm you have to test it. Okay, next one. Selling and distribution expenses. How much is the percentage? 63. Okay, 63. So do you think that is huge difference or is still considered?
Yes,
Considered okay. So guys, you all have a specific like benchmark, anything above this percentage considered risk? Ada ke macam tu? You all use? Or how do you assess that part? Like for us, what we do, anything above 50, we consider it's a risk area. So like yang ni kan selling and distribution dah above 50 kan? So maksudnya itu risk juga, high risk area juga. And selling and distribution ni, diorang akan accumulate many things together. So I want to know the breakdown of that as well, one by one. Later we will see the notes to FS lah, kamu boleh nampak breakdown tu. Okay, then administrative expenses. How much is the increase?
71.
Definitely risky. So tadi both of you didn't mention that. Actually yang tu pun risky juga. Just with the figure we can identify admin expenses risk. So when I say risk, maksudnya apa tau guys? You have to ask the client, kenapa tiba-tiba admin increase? You see it. Yeah.
Tapi this one sebab it's not comparable 3 months and 12 months.
Correct. That is another thing. Yes, that's very true lah. Because it's not a year by year basis, but we assume that it is a year by year basis. Okay, we assume in that way. So kalau dia tiba-tiba increase, then why it is increasing? That's another question that you will ask your client lah. So tapi kalau client bagi tahu reason tu reasonable, macam you can say, oh no, we hired new people, you know, because of these issues and all that. And if you find it reasonable, then yang itu bukan risk lah. Like you did the work already and you realize that it's not high risk. Then you don't have to do detailed testing there, because it's only admin expenses. Okay. Then share of result of JV. So yang ini, I think both of you all mentioned that it is a risk area, right? No, she didn't mention. Adam only mentioned. So share of result of JV, why it is risk is, this is not a normal item. It's not a normal item. That means only when there is a JV, you will have this item. So not all company have JV kan. So anything new, kita kena audit juga. So percentage ni berapa? I think 50%. How much is the percentage difference?
105.
This one is almost 100. So it's more than 100 already, which is very risky. And it is new element. So you have to do testing on that area. Okay, then profits. Okay, profit no need. Finance, berapa percentage increase ni? 64. So it's also a risk area, na? Okay, but this finance, because it's related to loans and we don't know what do they have, right? So we have to get the breakdown also from them, like what exactly the finance cost is for. Is it loan sahaja ke ataupun dia orang come again? High purchase, yeah, high purchase ke, maybe bank loans, or maybe they can wrongly recognize also as a finance cost. Dia orang salah faham, oh yang itu dia orang letak dekat finance cost. Maybe dia admin je. So they have to know which one does it fall under, bank charges, even OD interest, kalau dia orang ada lah. Okay, then income tax expenses. So this one I think increase almost how many percentage? 61. Okay, so this one income tax is a little bit different because yang ini sebenarnya based on the calculation they have done lah, the tax competition. So that one, no matter what, we still need to do the testing. Whether risk ke tak risk. So the area that we do assessment is from here. Revenue, cost of sales, GP, OI, selling distribution expenses, admin expenses, JV, finance cost. Tu je. And then if you do ratio analysis, then NP margin also. Yeah. So for now, from here, this is the risk that you can identify. This is for P&L item. For the SOFP item, so SOFP item over here, this one we have, I know the fee. Hello sir, how are you? Okay.
Just continue.
Okay, can. So over here also, the thing is, this one is much more better figure because you have 2024, you have 2025, both figures, right? Okay, over here, we are not going to do all of it, okay, because the some of this is not related to SME. So you just focus on this area, PPE, okay, investment in a joint venture, rights of use assets. Actually assets, all of it lah. Okay, all of this. And then current assets, inventories, trade receivables, other receivables, deposits and prepayments, and cash, some fixed deposit with the license bank. Okay, other investment is another area. See, last year was 0, now is completely a very big amount. So this one, what we do exactly like what we did just now, the P&L item. Okay, we cover all of the assets, all of it. Okay, what I want you all to do is same trend analysis juga. Current year, prior year, we do that analysis. No, I mean that's good. So you can see what, you see whenever you have something new, mesti risk area, something new. Maksudnya last time kosong, sekarang banyak sangat tu, 100% lah increase. So we do assets first, we do AP for assets only. Just do a quick comparison. Let's do a very quick comparison. Oh, sorry. Just do non-current assets and current assets. So can you pass me the yellow color? No, yang saya. It's okay. No worries. It's a whiteboard marker. Okay, thank you. Okay, SPP berapa percentage increase? Just let's go one by one. Just do the calculation.
PPE increased by 14.39. 32%.
32%, okay. So it has increased, 32%. Okay, next one. Next one is investment in a joint venture.
982.
50, right?
50.
Okay. Then the next one?
19%.
19%. My boys team? Deferred tax asset? Berapa?
Duit dia petak asset.
41.
17%.
70%.
17% increase.
17.
17.
Oh,
17 or
100%.
17 or 14.
Kan 17%.
17% ke 40%? 17 or 40?
41 kan? Increase 41 kan?
But this one normally the increase will be done by the AXP itself, right? Normally, it's a automated thing. Okay. Now we go through these first, the non-current assets first. Okay, I want to understand when you are assessing that balance sheet items, right? Okay, non-current assets, you have a PPE, investment in a joint venture, rights of use, deferred tax asset. So this is still a risk assessment part, right? So we are trying to understand the prior year and the current year figure. So from just with these, what kind of assessment we can do? This is what we are learning now. I'm not going into materiality, not that one on, okay? So now, this PPE, would this consider as a high risk area?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
This acquisition of asset.
Acquisition of new asset. Okay, that's one part of it. Lagi, what are the other reasons? Why this considered high risk?
Existence of asset.
Existence of assets. I mean, you want to confirm the existence of the assets assertions now. Okay, yeah, this definitely is an important area for you to audit. Okay, because it is PP. Definitely, we need to audit this part. How about this one? Investment in joint venture. 50% increase.
Itu increase, actually salah tu. 102%.
It's 100.
202.
2%. So definitely we're going to consider high risk area, right? Because it's already almost more than 100%. Now how about ROU?
Already 23%.
Okay. So do you think this is an area which is high risk? 23% only. Considered high risk or moderate or low risk? High risk. Why do you think high risk? Must be reasoning, right? There should be a reasoning, right? So that reasoning is what you document down. Okay? So what is your reasoning? You see, there is no right wrong. No. Okay, why do you say high risk or why do you say this is low risk area? I just need the reason only. Because percentage there. Okay, I think just now you all mentioned you all have a way those 50% is high risk area. Or just now we say the nature of the transaction, can? So this one falls under which one? Qualitative. So the nature of the transaction. Yeah, that's the reason. So you have to have a reason, that's all. So dia bukan complicate sangat Audit don't complicate it until it becomes like you know the answer tapi takut sangat nak bagi tahu reasoningnya. Audit working paper tengok tak tahulah. Why the reasoning is not there? Actually you all know, you know. It's just that we are very scared to put it out. Then just put it out. That's the reason. What I understand, and that's how I understand the client's issue. So you just write that down. Okay, how about deferred tax assets? Qualitative nature also, no? Okay, so this is how we will identify, and this is like the first part of risk assessment. That with just the figures, I would want to analyze whether high risk or moderate risk or low risk. Because eventually that will link back to your work done. Which I'm not going to cover that. We have like certain formulas that we will use and all that. But that's not for today's module. But this is just to assess that risk only. Okay, high risk or low risk. Okay, so that one done, non-current assets. Now let's go to current assets. Let's start. And tell me the reasonings only. How do you justify whether it's a high risk area or moderate or low risk? Let's start with inventories. Boys team? So they increase. So how much the percentage increase? Can.
64% increase.
Okay, so now this is a high risk area? Yes. And what is the reasoning?
Over 50%.
Nature and also the figure. Dua-dua pun sekali. Nature is because this is a closing inventory, kan? So it will impact directly the profits also. Okay, then next one. Trade receivables. My girls team.
114 increase.
Oh, girls team.
Girls. No, never mind, it's okay. Increase by? Okay. And the reasoning, my girls team. So we have girls team, we have boys team. Quantitative
and qualitative.
both. Yeah, correct. And this one is because if it increases this much, there will be recoverability issues. That's the main reason. Okay, next one is what? Other receivables. Okay, other receivables, guys?
Increase by 37%.
Sorry, 30?
37.
37. And also the reasoning for this one. Other receivables. Ini 37 je. Nature ke? Nature of it. Qualitatively, yeah. Because you see, guys, other receivables, if you notice, they put the deposits and prepayments. So that means we have a breakdown of 3 different types. So I need to know the breakdown of it as well. So because if deposit, if let's say they don't have anything new, then it shouldn't be increasing, no? Right? So that's why this area, nature, it's by nature it is very high risk area. Okay, next one is, okay, then CTA.
Increase by
Yeah, increase by
4.7. 5%.
5.7, correct, right? Oh, okay. So this one definitely by figure and also the nature. Okay, then next one. Other investments. Okay, now other investments is very interesting. 100%. So guys, if you notice anything new in your FS, right, the client's FS, so anything new, how do you all do audit? The completely new. How do you all perform audit when it is completely new? Tak ada tiba-tiba dia timbul. Macam yang ni kan, other investments. So this one is definitely by figure and also the nature. Both of it, 100% it has increased and something very new. So this one definitely we will start asking the client what is the nature of it. So that's why this is a very high risk area also. Okay, then fixed deposit, FD. 1%. So yang ni macam mana? Do we FD? Tak ya kot. Qualitative. Okay, so qualitative also why? Is it because of regulatory? The law? Because you see this FD is licensed, right? They put there with a licensed bank. So this FD I need to know the nature of it. Whether is it first of all is a licensed, oops, sorry. This one is nature, so I have to also perform. Okay, last one, cash. Cash and bank balances.
Increase 65%.
Okay, 65%. So this one definitely we must do cash and bank because nature as well as the figure. Both of it. So if we notice, right guys, just with assessing the figures, prior year and current year, just with the figure itself, you can already know where you need to zoom in so that you do an efficient one, efficient audit. Thank you so much. Okay, so that you can do a proper audit, bukan nanti lepas dah habis semua baru kita tengok, alamak tak buat audit untuk this area. This happens a lot. So we have to work on that area as well. Okay. Okay, now let's go to equity. No, not equity. I'll go on liabilities. Okay, because equity it's more on other areas now. Let's focus on liabilities now. Okay. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, non-current liability, guys. Let's go. Lease liabilities. Lease liabilities. How much is the percentage? Increase by? Okay. So 57588, 84649.
%.
47%. Okay, this one considered high risk area. Why? Okay, correct. Nature. Okay, next one. Higher purchase. Sorry, how much percentage increase? 20%. Also nature. Okay, higher purchase, yes, definitely, because the nature for us to identify whether this liability has been correctly done or not. Right, so this is a high risk area. Then, next one. Oh, restoration, okay. How much is the percentage?
Increase by 30%.
30%. 30%. Okay, 30%. Okay, now this one, how about this case? Restoration.
Oh, I think qualitatively lah, because restoration.
Macam dia baru lah. Jarang dengar, something new. Okay, yes, correct. You see, whenever you do audit, right, something that is new for the client, something that is new for the company, also you must audit. So, bukan macam saya tak tahu lah, so saya tak nak buat. It shouldn't be that way. I need to audit that to understand what is that transaction, nature as well. So I need to also perform this audit on this area. Again, remember we are still at planning stage here. Just planning the whole part, which area to focus on. Last one, deferred tax. So any macam mana? 100%, okay. 100% reduced. So what is the reason? So dia figure juga, figure and also the nature both. Because liabilities is considered area that you must also audit, a high risk area. So all this is just assessments, guys. We assessing only. There is no right, wrong answers. So how are you going to give the reasoning is the most important one. And why are you giving that reason? Okay, then now let's go to current liabilities. So looks like most of it we need to audit, right? The balance sheet item. Most of it. Because either it falls under nature or the figure. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Current liabilities. Current liabilities. Trade payables, okay? First one? Or least trade payables, yeah. Okay, how much is the reduce? Decrease, kan? So how much is the decrease? 30%. Okay, how about this?
Decrease.
So how do you assess this part? Trade payables. The figure, the nature? The nature. And also you can relate this to another item. Come again, sorry.
Search for accreditation.
Unrecorded liability, okay. P&L item? Cost of sales, right? So you can actually connect with that figure, but that one just now we did, right? So I forgot what was the percentage, but that can also be one of the area that you can connect it. Okay, then another one? Other payables. Okay, other payables? Okay, reduce as well. 51%. Okay, so this one, how about figure? This is more to figure. Okay, then lease liabilities. This is also figures, right? Okay. Then next one, higher purchase. This one has reduced. Reduced by
70.
Wow, this one is a lot. So this definitely by figures. And also nature. Okay. Okay, next one. Okay, contract liabilities. Now this is different, right? This is under IFRS. Contract liabilities under IFRS berapa tu? 15 lah. MFRS 115 lah, correct lah. I say IFRS, sorry. It's MFRS 115, correct. So we have, what is that? Contract liabilities. And that is, how much increase?
59%.
Okay. So this one is nature and figure, both. Okay, and finally, current tax liability. Seven. Okay. So this one, what do you think? This one nature, because tax, right? So actually, tax is a bit safer because you can calculate one thing and it will impact all parts of it, right? So it's easier for you to test on that area. So guys, the whole idea of why we are doing this is not to directly see the assessment, but at the planning stage, at least you can get a bigger picture of, okay, these areas I need to audit, these areas are high risk area. So the assessment part is what is important over here. Okay, so here this is what you can start off as the planning part. Okay, starting you need to have the preliminary analytical procedure. This is what we need. So you need to have that and the risk assessment. These two areas you must have when you are planning. So the planning is so important. Because kalau planning salah, semua yang kita buat tu dah salah dah. Macam tak ada basis untuk buat the audit. So that is it. Okay, I think this one done. Okay, before I go to the second module, any questions so far?
Questions?
Any questions? Yes.
Let's say in the balance sheet, we expect the item is there, but when we check it, it's not there.
Okay.
Let's say
When you say not there means existence ke kamu nak confirm?
No, let's say the business nature will be the homestay, but in the PPE there's no any fixed asset that show they are planning or rental of anything based on their business nature.
Oh, okay. Bagi tahu sekali lagi homestay business nature.
Contoh business nature tu yang homestay.
Okay.
Tapi dalam PPE tu planning tak ada, building tak ada. Macam
dia orang homestays, services, right? Homestay services. This is the correct question lah. You start asking the client, this is the service that you have. That means either you didn't update business nature dekat SSM ataupun memang dia orang dah lupa nak recognize yang tu lah. So this one you need to raise question. That's why before kita start audit, dekat planning stage tu, we plan, we already have one set of question we can send to the client. Tapi sebelum send, you talk to your manager first lah. Talk to your manager and your partner first. Then you see that question is still needs to be asked, then you send the first set of queries to the client before we start doing audit. Bukan kita send queries only after everything done, already too late. So normally what we do, first set queries, then second set, 2 set je kita sign. The second set is for the samples that yang kita select. That's all je. The first set is to get an understanding only. Okay, why this one, like what you asked lah, homestay tapi tak ada apa-apa fixed asset. Tak ada homes building pun. Very true, we had that also back then with the client. And then when we asked only, they said, we forgot to include. We forgot to include, that's the answer, There's another issue lah, they have to declare it lah. They cannot just put it, personal using for business. Nanti LHDN will come after them, right? Because that is their business income. They have to declare. Even my father also did the same thing. I asked him to declare. Rental income. You cannot just didn't declare anything. Nanti.
Tapi no need record the PPE sebab itu dia punya personal.
Correct. We needs to declare lah tapi yes, we need to put there why there is no building, because it is under his personal name, and then the income from there we need to declare. We need to put that clearly. Personal, but he is using it for the business purposes. Because it's not under the company name. So tu tak ada. So you write out whatever findings you get from that. So if you don't write it out, that's where insufficient evidence. So document down everything you get. Okay? Yep. Okay, any other questions guys before I go to the second one which is a bit more intense, test of control.
I think macam
Sarah.
how to determine like hari ni kita tak payah test or hari ni kita akan test berapa je kita punya sample set.
Itu sampling lah. Yang tu saya tak ajar hari ni pula. Don't worry, I will see whether I can do samples only one class. Because that one very intense. Banyak jenis yang boleh dapat samples. Very challenging also. Sometimes you get confused. But I don't know what way you all use. We have a certain formula we can use for samples. Selecting samples, that's one. Another one, we need to know what techniques we are using. Dua ni. Come again, monetary. So you all use monetary unit only. All the time?
All the time.
Now that is the challenge lah. You cannot be using all the time. You have to see whether yang tu justify ke tak untuk transaction tu. You cannot be using for all the time. Sometimes we need to use the judgmental one. We have haphazard, we have monetary unit, random sampling. Kita kena tengok dulu nature dia, then you choose. If you use all the time MUS, then that's wrong, you know. It's not correct. Yes, Adam.
But a lot of people say MUS is the best practice.
Yeah, best practice correct, but kita kena tahu type of transaction also. Because MES, what happen is, it covers the population yang value high je kan. The rest of it doesn't take care.
Yeah, understood.
Yang tu yang jadi another question mark now. Kalau saya cover all population, that means I'm reducing the risk. So I need to know which type of transaction. So kalau macam revenue, we normally use MUS lah because we want to reduce the risk on the high areas, right? But if let's say the figures untuk samples tu mostly are very similar, like 10,000 banyak-banyak 10,000, 20,000 banyak-banyak. So the MUS doesn't work because banyak samples yang number dia sama je. So if you take MUS, you only take the highest 50,000, tapi maybe yang tu transaction ada 2-3 je. Yang lain semua macam ketinggalan dah. The whole population is not taken into care. This one you will use random sampling. So you need to know what transaction yang kamu ada dekat samples kamu tu. So tak boleh just everything MUS. So that one it's another class now. I can't be covering that. That one is detail. Okay, so before we go to second module, any other on risk assessment? Understanding the client and its environment. Okay, so far. Okay, all good. Okay, then let's go to the responding to auditor's risks. This is ISA 330. Right after we do assessment, we need to respond. Respond maksudnya dalam bahasa Melayu macam respon jugalah. Kita buat apa? Macam action plan. Okay. Now over here, kalau kamu tengok the first part is test of control. And I think dekat workbook kamu. Okay, test of control. Okay. I put it in two different page, test of control dengan substantive procedure. I put in two different page. Now I'm going to put it together. What you all need to do is, you all try to break it down into test of control dengan substantive procedure. I will teach you as an overall thing. Okay, can? Okay, now whenever you have this ISA 330, this one will only happen once kamu dah identify risk tadi tu. So whatever we did just now, kamu tak boleh lupa we are using the same oriental copy punya figure. The area that was risk just now, kita kena respond sekarang. Maksudnya those that, I think balance sheet almost all item lah risk kan. Tapi yang P&L, only certain areas was risky. Did you all take note of that or not? Yes, right? Okay, which area risk? We need to respond to the risk now. I'll teach you how to respond.
Ada income.
Okay, that's one of it, right? Okay, now under this ISA 330, there is two ways for us to respond. test of control. Lagi satu, substantive procedure. I put short form, I believe you all understand. Huh? Okay. But even if you don't understand, you ask me. Just stop me and ask me. Okay. Now, test of control. Since we are doing SME audit, kita tak fokus sangat dekat internal controls. Kan? I think just now I also mentioned walkthrough test je kita buat. But you get a picture first, overall picture of internal control. Then you decide macam mana kamu nak buat controls tu. Okay? Default, even though it's poor control, tak apa. You get an understanding first. Okay, so for test of control, how it works is, okay, this is how it will work. Before going to test of control, I need to know the design of the internal control system of the client. Saya kena tahu design dia. Lepas tu saya kena tahu effectiveness dia. Effectiveness. Okay, two different thing. Design maksudnya macam mana processes dia. Okay, like how the design is. Effectiveness maksudnya how how effective is their design. Maksudnya let's say they said, okay, saya ada authorization for all sales invoices which is above 50,000. Maksudnya someone needs to authorize anything above 50,000. This is their design, example. Now saya nak tengok efektif ke tak yang ni. Maksudnya saya kena check invoices yang lebih 50,000 tu memang ada orang authorize ke? Yang tu yang effectiveness. So now I need to look at the design, I need to look at the effectiveness. So design, if the design is strong, okay, if the design is strong, maksudnya dia adalah processes dia, then only I will need to perform test of control. Because design strong. Kalau design tak strong, kenapa saya nak pergi test? Kan? The logic dia lah. Kalau yang ni strong, baru saya akan perform test of control. So test of control yang tadi saya bagi tahu, yang above 50% saya nak tengok ada orang authorize ke tak. Yang tu my testing. Okay, this is a very simple example. But let's say it's poor. Okay, so poor, then saya tak payahlah buat test of control. Saya pergi je terus substantive procedures. Saya buat je terus detail testing. Tak payah nak waste my time doing all these testings. I don't have to. So I'll straight away go to detail testing. So this should be your starting point. Kalau tak, now what you're doing would be is everything detail testing. But you also think first for a while, like should I do detail testing untuk semua ke tak? So this one I'll go detail more. We have few systems under this. Okay, so yeah, test of control, substantive procedure. If design is good, I do test of control. Kalau design is poor, I go substantive procedure. Itu je. Okay, clear? Okay, now let's go into deeper a bit on the test of control. So for the test of control, if you see in my workbook, ada berapa sistem dekat situ guys? 5 je. But actually there is 6. Can anyone tell me what's missing then?
PPE.
Non-current asset ada?
Ada.
Ada kan?
Ada.
Okay. So what is not there? What is not there?
Expenses.
It's a combination of sales and purchases. What system is that?
Gross profit margin.
Guys, itu bukan sistem. Sales system, purchases system, combine together, sistem apa tu?
Procurement.
Almost there. Procurement is for purchases only. Sales and purchases combined. Inventory. Alamak. Correct. You buy and you sell. Inventory system lah. It's not that. I just purposely didn't put that. We just put that is the 6th system. So number 1, sales system. Number 2, purchases system. Number 3 is the combination of these two, which is inventory system. And then we have number 4, I think non-current asset, yeah, non-current asset. And number 5, cash and bank. And number 6 is payroll. Okay, now the thing that we need to look at is each of this system ada control objective dia sendiri. That means why I have a control for this system. Why do I have that? That one you have to know. Kalau kamu tak tahu yang itu, you don't know what you're doing. So for sales, there is many objective, but I won't cover all of it. Why I need to have a sales system is because I want to make sure that the sales is valid. Valid sales. Maksudnya not fake sales. Valid sales. So I need to check whether valid ke tak. Second thing, I only take customers which are credit worthy. Maksudnya customer yang boleh bayar. Saya tak nak ambil customer yang tak boleh bayar. Nanti banyaklah irrecoverable debts. So that is another objective for sales. That's an example. For purchases, I want to make sure that only purchases that is relevant for the business. Saya tak nak buat purchases yang untuk sendiri. Diri sendiri. I don't want that. So the system should be able to only pick up that objective. So system tu dekat situ untuk make sure that it's only for the business purposes. So it should be able to find out that lah. So that's why we have this purchases. And then what else? Okay, another one probably purchases to be recorded correctly. That will be another control objective. So we have plenty of it. I'm just telling few of it, just to give you an understanding. Okay, then we have inventories. So for inventories is because it's both of these kind. So one would be making sure inventory is recorded properly. Recorded properly, yeah. Recorded properly means the figure, and then also to identify valid inventories only, not fake one. Okay, that's on inventories. Okay, NCA, non-current assets. Okay, non-current assets for SMEs. I don't know how many of you all have asked your client, ada capital expenditure budget ke tak? Ada tanya ke? But for in SSM we have something, right, that we need to ask them before they buy a PPE. Ada form kan? In SSM nothing? In their minutes also tak ada apa-apa? Oh, okay, so because when they acquire a non-current asset, they're supposed to have like a official form, you know, for them to acquire. They cannot simply just put their PPE.
Nanti hire purchase, reserve for purchase.
Itu je. Yang lain semua memang tak ada lah.
Office equipment, computer usually tak ada lah.
Okay, I understand that one because very small amounts. Those big amounts. So we have to know very big amount. We need to actually get the company secretary will actually do that. The company secretary will have a minutes or something like that to make sure that it's being authorized. So according to the standard what they mentioned for non-current asset, you need to only buy purchase which is for business purpose. That means the PPE should be for the business purpose. The system, the internal control system they're supposed to have to make sure that that's being done. Bukan main beli je untuk diri sendiri semua tu. It's only for the company. And second thing, what they said is it should be based on the capex, which means your capital expenditure budget. Should be within that, cannot go more than that. So since we don't ask that, then that one will not be applicable lah. Maybe when you have a bigger client, then you probably need to ask them that. These are the two things that you need to focus on non-current asset system. So these are all, again, understand it's for controls objective. Objective, kenapa kita kena ada sistem ni? So this is the reasons. Cash and bank. So for cash and bank, to reduce theft. So like I think someone mentioned just now about the coffee shop, right? Fake one, maybe theft can happen, people can just come and take the money. So we want to have a proper system so that it can reduce the theft, or we can call it misappropriation of assets. Yeah, okay. Then another one for cash to reduce theft. Okay, cash and bank will be to record accurately. That means if let's say they say cash is 200 ringgit, 200 ringgit is supposed to be there lah. Yeah, they should have. But the thing is when we audit, by the time we audit, semua dah tak ada dah lah. Kan? Because the cash is no more there already, what? Now it's already passed. So that's another part that you have to see how did they come up with that figure. And then bank, you know the closing, all the bank statements, bank confirmation letters and all that lah. So from there you'll be able to know. Okay, payroll. So for payroll is also to record accurately. Okay, another one to reduce making payment to fake employees. You see, this is also another challenge. In your payroll system, tengok-tengok dekat diorang memang bayar lah every month, you know, payment for until EPF SOCSO also they have, but actually that employee didn't even exist. Pernah ke dapat macam tu? You all never had that kind of experience. How to know? Okay, it's a very good question. So you need to look at number one, their HR records. Their HR records, right? HR records, date they come in and go out. And another one, actually, you have to go to their place. That's the best one now. Go to their place and maybe just do a head count. Let's say they have many people, you just do a head count and you can see already the missing ones. Another one, the bank account. The bank account number. That bank account number memang betul-betul ke yang orang tu? So kan dekat HR record ada IC semua tu kan? Then bank record, bank account tu nama tu sama ke tak? Another one is to visit them. That's the best way. To visit them and to see whether the employees are really there or not. So in your HR record kan, whoever come in, whoever go out, they not only needs to record in the HR document. Kita ada satu website kan, where they actually need to enter whoever come in into the company and then whoever leaves the company. So I don't know what's the name of the website. Dia ada satu untuk human resource. So you can go and check there also. Bukan itu sistem kan? No, but I'm telling by the law. But those who have EPF SOCSO je yang kita boleh check lah.
Can we check with form E?
That's also can. Because they must update kan? Bila dia orang datang, bila dia orang keluar, and PCB also. If they have potongan cukai berjadual. In that way you can check. Always HR record versus what is in their financial statement. Dua ni. So this is all still system. We have not gone into the detailed testing yet. Dia baru kita nak test controls dia orang je. So in that way you will be able to know, should I use test or control ke saya pergi substantive procedure. I think test or control, that's the main one lah. You know the control objective, and then from there you will know whether it is strong or poor. That's the first step. Okay, after you already know that, then you realize lah, okay, you already know that they have good controls. Then I will start to test the control. So testing the control tu, it will be slightly different compared to substantive procedure. Let me just, okay. So this one, testing, we will test based on samples as well. Okay, select a sample. I give you just a very rough idea. Let's say we are talking about the invoices. Okay, so select a sample invoices above 50,000. and review whether authorized by right person. That means the right person. Very simple. That's what we do. Kita kita nak tengok controls tu dia orang really buat ke tak? So if let's say they are telling I did bank recon. Okay, dia orang betul-betul buat bank recon ke ataupun dia orang nak kita buatkan bank recon. So the bank recon must be actually reviewed by someone also. But for small companies again, sometimes it's all done by one person. So you don't have the review. That's why tak ada maknanya kita nak buat yang ni. But you need to make the decision. Boleh ke saya rely ataupun tak boleh? Don't just follow whatever last year audit working paper was. You have to see this year what's happening. I mean the current year audit that you're doing. So don't always think that default memanglah internal controls tak boleh pakai. So you have to think first and then you go on to the substantive procedure. Okay, so that is test of control. Very simple. Not going into detail on that. Let's go to substantive procedure. This one will be more applicable for you all. So now substantive procedures. I actually have a mnemonic there. I think so. Yeah, I do have a mnemonic. I want you all to guess that. A, E, I, O, U. A tu apa? E tu apa? Based on what you all have done.
Analytical procedure.
Okay, kejap saya tulis dulu A, E, I, O. Okay, A, analytical procedure. That's what Zul said. Correct or not, guys? Yes, Adam.
Yes,
Support member ni. Okay, betul. Analytical procedures. Okay, next one.
Inquiry.
Correct, inquiries. Yeah, inquiries. Next one. Inspection. Wah. Okay, my trainees are all good lah. Oh, observation correct. U tu apa? U tu unique sikit recalculation, yeah. I also don't know why that happens. Recalculate. Tak sedap. Okay, this one is just for the mnemonic. Tapi dia ada lebih daripada yang ni. What are the others? I'm going to tell you, so you have to write it down also. Others So the others, number 1, external
Confirmation.
External confirmations, correct. Okay. And then we have experts. Experts, tapi saya tak pastilah kamu pernah guna ke atau apa-apa expert. We have not to that level yet lah. You know, we have valuation expert, internal audit, yang tu semua external experts. Okay, number 3, re-performance. Re-performance, expert, external confirmations. Okay, yeah, I think this is fine for now. If anything comes in, I'll just add on, okay? I think others got more than 3. I will try to recall back. For now, I cannot remember. Okay, so now analytical procedure tadi kita dah buat, okay? Planning stage. Now if you notice, analytical procedure comes back again when you do audit. So this is not the same purpose. The purpose will be different now. The purpose is to here to confirm the figures is supporting what the risk that you have found just now. Maksudnya tadi tu untuk tengok planning risk kan. Okay, initially what is the risk area. Now when you do the audit, it's supposed to like support that. Maksudnya whatever you have planned, dia kena support balik. Bukan yang kamu tadi dekat planning stage kamu ada, okay, let's say you identify other income. Tapi masa buat audit tu macam other income tu tak risk. So you are doing the analytic procedure back again to see whether is it aligned or ataupun something new comes up. You know, sometimes what happen, planning you identify, tapi masa buat audit tu maybe something else pops up. So that's why we are doing analytic procedure back again during the audit. Okay, yeah, that one. Enquiries is like you talk to your clients lah, you ask questions. Maybe let's say this invoice macam kenapa macam tak betul je, you know, macam fake. Maybe the numbering is not sequential and all that, right? So enquiries. So this data testing. Inspection can be two. One is inspection of documents. Another one is what we call as physical inspection. Asset citing. Correct. So when we say documents, it can be your invoices, your goods received note, your bank statements, your contracts, your agreements. What else we inspect? Document.
Agreements.
Yeah, agreements I told already. Agreements, contracts, bank statement, invoices. Ada dokumen lain ke yang kita akan tengok?
Delivery order.
Delivery order. Okay, yeah, correct. Goods received note, goods dispatch note, delivery note. Salary listing, exactly. Very important. Salary listing. And then we have all the EPF, SOXO and all that, can? Okay, so that's on documents. Observation is more on if it's applicable for your client. So you need to probably go and observe how they are recording or how they are processing into your system and all that. So that's on observation. And then recalculation. Okay, recalculation dengan reperformance is two different things. Yeah, so recalculate, I give you an example. Let's say you are recalculating impairment. Okay, you see impairment can be recalculated, can be reperformed also. So what's the difference? So recalculate is only on your mathematical accuracy. Maksudnya formula je. Dia formula je. Kita recalculate balik. Maksudnya adding something, minus something, or you multiply something, or you divide something. So yang itu recalculate. Tapi reperformance, okay, let's rewind back. MFRS 136, impairment. Okay, tell me how do we calculate impairment? What's the format?
Recoverable amount.
Okay, itu okay. Recoverable amount. We compare what and what?
Payment for what?
Let's put it simple, PP. Kita compare yang mana dengan yang mana? What value and what value?
Carrying amount.
Carrying amount and
baby.
recoverable amount. Okay, so RA kan? Okay, now this is what reperform impairment. Maksudnya kamu buat balik. Bukan calculate, not about looking at the formula je. You do it back again. Maksudnya client dah buat dah impairment, saya buat balik, reperform impairment review. So what I do, I will reperform back. I will know the carrying amount. It must be above the recoverable amount lah. Baru kamu ada impairment kan? So this recoverable amount is higher of value in use, fair value less cost to sell. Higher of these two figure. You take that. So you are doing the entire thing back. That is reperform. Kalau recalculate, you just so recalculate will be something like you have a figure 180, let's say a carrying amount minus with the recoverable. Okay, 150. This 30 kan, yang ni je recalculate. Yang kalau reperform, you buat balik ni semua. That means you go and find out what is VIU, what is fair value less cost to sell. Semua tu kamu buat balik. It's a reperform. So that is another substantive procedure. Just to make sure that you know the difference. Okay, then external confirmations. So we have bank, trade receivable, debtors, okay, trade receivable ataupun debtor. What else we have? Trade payable ataupun supplier.
Legal confirmation.
Sorry.
Legal confirmation.
Yes, legal confirmation. This one kalau ada apa-apa legal cases lah kan, yang provision semua tu. What other confirmations we can also ask? Secretary confirmation. We don't say that secretary confirmation lah. That's different. But secretary documents is under inspection of documents. This one external confirmation maksudnya like third party kan I think. Bank lah, bank confirmation semua tu. Correct lah. So mostly is these three lah. These four lah. Okay, then we have experts. Okay, now experts, it might not be very relevant for y'all. Okay, but expert just for your knowledge. Valuation expert, internal audit department. We have actuarials. We have so many other experts lah, which we might not be the best person to do. So masa tu, that's when we will hire. That's a cost to the firm because we need to hire them. Okay.
Because of the use the service.
Definitely the bigger firms will use. The smaller firms, unless it's very complex audit.
Means they work together with.
Yes, correct. Yeah, they will work together. So they will get the report from them, but we cannot rely directly on their report. We need to also perform some procedures on their report. Then we rely on our audit report. No? So they work together. Okay, so what we're going to do next is, guys, okay, now we need to take action. Whatever we learn. Kita tak boleh main masuk je kan? Kita nak apply sekarang. So guys, we need to reuse back the oriental copy punya that whole figure. P&L item dengan balance sheet item. So whichever high risk. Now, tell me what will be your substantive procedure. No need test or control because that might not be applicable. Just go straight on substantive procedure. So we're going to do one by one. Remember back what was the high risk area? The P&L though?
Yes.
Which one is that?
Share of JP.
Itu je ke?
Revenue, cost of sales.
Yeah, I think we did also that, right? Revenue, cost of sales, other income. Okay, so we go one by one. We discuss together. We discuss it together. What will be the substantive procedure that we need to perform? Sorry. Okay. So, first one, revenue. So guys, revenue. What is the detailed testing that we do? Okay, analytical procedure, okay. What other thing like you need to...
Test of detail.
Test of detail, what is that? Vouching, tracing. So basically we look at the sales invoices, right?
Yes.
So this will come under inspection. The types of substantive procedure just now we learned, AEIOU. So inspection of sales invoices. What else we will do?
Maybe calculation, because if there is a sale on a foreign currency or whatever, so we need to recalculate
The foreign exchange gain or losses. Okay, that's also correct. How about, okay, deferred income. Itu bukan sales tapi dia kena mengena dengan sales kan. So how do I confirm that? What I need to do?
Whether the service is
Inquire.
Something is it?
Inquire.
Enquire. Not enquire. We need to have a basis.
Inspect the documents.
What document? Yeah, almost done.
Inspect the invoice.
Not invoice. You see, I need to know the performance obligation kan.
DO. We need to have a
Inspect DO.
inspect DO.
Delivery order.
Delivery order. Okay, that can be if they don't have a contract agreement.
Okay.
Kalau dia ada contract agreement, that will be the best. So that I know, oh, this much work done means that's when I can recognize revenue. So from there baru saya boleh tahu yang mana yang different income, yang mana yang revenue. So still, yeah, DO can be one of it, but contract will be a very good one. Contract agreement. This one, if they have a contract agreement, that means between the buyer and the seller. What is the contract between them? Okay, so that's on revenue. Next one was cost of sales. So what procedures we can perform?
Inspect.
Detailed testing. Inspection of documents juga kan? Okay, so we have purchase invoices. We have goods received note, correct? Which is, no, this one will be the best, goods received note, because baru kamu tahu, kamu dah dapat kan, so that will be the most, I would say the best lah, best evidence. Yeah. What else? Any other thing for purchases? Cost of sales. Itu je kan? Yeah, normally that's what we do, right?
Yes.
SME, not very complicated lah. It's very straightforward on that. Okay. Next one is other income. What type of substantive procedure I need to perform?
Inspect.
Inspect what?
Depends on the nature juga.
Depends on the nature juga.
Inquire apa?
First enquire lah.
Breakdown.
Enquire, dapatkan breakdown, betul? Get your breakdown, what is the other income about. So based on that breakdown, you get to confirm the nature of the transaction. So kadang-kadang, I don't know whether you all have done any government related audit. So diorang akan ada banyak grants, a lot of grant, and everything they chunk it into other income. So now you need to go back to your accounting standard. So apa yang diorang recognize as other income tu betul ke tak, the grant tu. So this one if there is grants lah. If not, you enquire first with your client what is the other income, get the breakdown, and then we inspect. Inspect the documents lah, whatever the documents is. Okay, so another income. What else we discussed was high risk. I think selling and distribution kan?
Yeah.
Tapi we can't do much because dia dah chunk dah semua tu. So we have to get the breakdown also again. So this one will be getting the breakdown. Selling and distribution expenses. Get breakdown. Okay, what else?
Inspect the document.
Inspect the document. Okay. So depend on transaction apa lah kan. Inspect the document accordingly. Do you also do this kan? Selling and distribution, admin expenses kita buat tu kan? When we do audit report, that's how we draft it, right?
Sometimes we put everything in one admin.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, this one same goes to admin juga lah, sama je. Okay, now how about the joint venture? What detailed testing we need to perform?
Inquire.
Okay, first document kan, our JV agreement. kita kena dapatkan JV agreement dulu. So let me put it here. I don't know why it's shaking so much. Okay, JV, you need to have the agreement. That's the first one. Why agreement? Because saya nak tahu first yang ini JV ke joint operation. There's a different kan? So we need to know whether they form a new company ataupun dia tak form apa-apa company tapi dia orang just combine je. Then you will recognize as joint operation, not a JV. Kalau ada company yang baru dia jadi JV. Okay. So then agreement, after that I think I mentioned reperform. Reperform apa? Sebenarnya reperform the equity accounting. Macam mana dia orang present it. Reperform equity accounting. Kamu ada buat ke consolidation ada so that one is a different story lah. Because there's a lot of things there. Okay, so reperform equity accounting. What else for JV? Recalculate also, just now you all mentioned. Because kita nak tengok profit sharing dia kan. So recalculate. Okay, what else? For JV. Itu je. Okay. Yeah, JV, that's all. Finance cost. Agreement. Okay, agreement. That means the loan agreement lah. Okay, so depends also what type of financial instrument dekat sini. So if let's say it's a normal loan, then I will get bank statement, agreement. Also, I think now they are giving you the schedule also. Kalau kita tanya loan schedule. Okay, after that we do recalculation. Okay, reperform. Sorry tak bagi 5-minute break pun You all want to go to washroom?
Enquiry pun boleh.
Enquiry tapi enquiry apa?
Enquiry for external confirmation external confirmation form bank.
Itu consider external confirmation. Bukan enquire external confirmation. Yeah, washroom. Take 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes.
So enquiry specifically for the client lah.
So yang okay macam ni lah Zul. When we write as a term, okay macam type of procedure fall under external confirmation. Tapi untuk dapatkan external confirmation kamu mesti tanya dia lah. It doesn't fall under enquiry. Yang itu fall under external confirmation. So the header tu macam tu. Tapi masa kita nak tanya mesti kita tanyalah call ataupun we send them email kan. Yang itu enquire. Ada bakul sampah ke sini? Oh, dekat belakang Thank you. Can I get a pen? Bukan blue color. If you have blue color. Dekat yellow case ada itu. Oh, yeah, you have. Thank you. Okay, thank you Zul. Thanks. Okay, saya rasa yang ni pun kena sign juga. Ini untuk Nazim. Nazim itu. Yang
Nanti audit belum ambil sudah.
I think you can stop the recording now. Yeah, I can stop. Okay, so how many hours more? 1 hour. 1 hour. Yeah, only 1 hour. 2 hours. Okay guys, so we have done 3 modules now. Okay, first module ISA 315, second module ISA 330, and third module ISA 220. Okay, these 3 modules we have done. Now let's go to the last one. Okay, last module is kind of very interesting module. I think so. Hopefully, let's see here. Audit documentation. Audit documentation is your ISA 230. That's another ISA. So this ISA, what they mention is, when you want to document audit, it will fall under either permanent audit file or current audit file. Correct? Okay. So now, permanent audit file. I give some of these examples. How many of you all can give more than that?
Resolution.
Examples of permanent audit file, those that you will include in your permanent audit file. Other than these 3 areas, names, background, contracts. Names tu maksudnya name of the director, shareholder semua tu lah. Background information of the client. And then contract means some agreements that is like for long. Okay, other than that, what other examples you would include? Stat document, okay. Annual return. So all the stat related, okay. Other than that, written representation letter. No, that's yearly you will have it, right? Yearly updated. So the one permanent audit file. Clearance letter? Clearance letter is only once. If you have previous auditor lah back then. Okay, so that is permanent audit file. So which you usually have. So the permanent audit file are matters that will never change. It remains constant for a very long time unless there is a change. So you have to have 2 different files, PA, PF, CF. Okay, PF dengan CF. Okay, then, so let's go, current audit files. So current audit files is your working paper. It's all your working paper and your letters that you mentioned, written representation letter. What other letters we will include, guys, on current audit file? Bank confirmation. Lagi apa lagi? Engagement letter. think of yearly basis, what are the letters, confirmations you have. Yeah, written presentation letter I already told. Okay, but you see here, the current audit file will actually come into these 3 stages. Planning related, maksudnya you have your risk assessment lah, now whatever we learned just now, all those related to risk assessment and planning, audit strategy, all that will come under that. Okay, then we have performance, right? Okay, so performance, come again? Yes, responses, your audit procedures dengan test of controls. Performance, that means you are doing the audit. How you are doing the audit, right? How you are performing it. Then you will have all that and you put in your audit current file, which is your evidence lah, semua photocopy, you know, buat banyak-banyak vouching semua tu. Yang tu semua dekat current audit file. Okay, and finally you have completion. Completion, any guesses what we will have in completion?
Reporting.
Okay, reporting, sebelum reporting. Conclusions. Okay, before that kita ada satu tu. Before we want to finalize it. Evaluation of misstatements. Maksudnya adjustment kamu lah. All the audit adjustments. Yang tu completion. Evaluation of misstatements. Another one is completion is your review. Review, main review that you do, subsequent event review, going concern review. Subsequent event is your events after reporting period, that accounting standards. Okay. Subsequent event review dengan going concern. These two you must do also at your completion stage. And finally is your report. So all this will be under your current audit file. You see, when documenting, I have a question to ask. Do you all document it from start? Ataupun lepas buat kerja semua baru document?
So semua
In the end only.
Yeah.
But what is more efficient? What do you all think?
From the start.
From the start actually. But you don't have to do yang you know the procedures. Kalau kamu tak buat lagi tak apa. Tapi yang sebelum-sebelum tu just do it, because the partner will think you already done the job. Because kamu dah almost dekat reporting. Nanti kamu kata, file belum siap lah sir. Lepas tu dia macam, tak faham kenapa tak siap. That's the question he will ask, right? Because he feels like, I thought it's already done. Why are you keeping it until towards the end? This even for me also was a learning. So what I do, I open the file. I will always open. The moment I get the client, I will open the file. I'll put all the main things like, you know, stat audit lah, semua tu. I keep it first. So I'll make sure I do all the dividers already. I will create the file first. Simultaneously, I will add on whatever work I'm doing. Maybe just procedure sahaja yang saya tak buat. Because maksudnya selecting the samples and all that. That one I keep it first lah. Working paper lah. Because belum finalize lagi kan. So that one I keep it first. And then finally, I'll just only that one and report. Dua tu je yang saya kena print out. Yang lain semua saya dah letak dah. So I don't be late lah in the submission for the review. So this is something I guess is a challenge now when you have a lot of clients, peak period and all that. So what you have to do is you open up the file first. Just open it up. Kalau tak, banyak dekat sini tapi tak ada dekat tangan. There is no proof anything. But you have a lot of information in your head. So that is incorrect lah. And you feel like you have so many things to do. Lagilah dia ambil masa nak buat. Okay, so for this one, what I wanted to do is, can you all guess what is this? Dengan gambar ni? The activity. Baguslah dah. Document down dalam kepala. No, it's a type of activity. Thinking, brainstorming. Okay, almost there. Tapi Ada action kan? So apa tu? Problem. Dia ada action. So it's a role play. So I want you all to do a role play on this topic. Okay? Role play. Bukan role model role play. Okay, now what I will do, I've already prepared something. Okay? So I will share with you all. For group 1, you will receive few things like few terms I have already written. What you need to do a role play is all of you all must participate. So you need to come in front. You need to come in front and you need to role play to us what you will do when you get this. Whatever is I'm giving you, what is your first step, how do you do it and all that, and whether you will put it in PAF or CAF. Itu je. Okay, can? We get started. So you all want a difficult one or an easy one? Okay. Oh, easy one for me. Okay, nice. Okay, I give this to you all guys, the boys group, and to all of you all. Okay, you just think of what you're going to do. It's as a group. As a group. As a group. So you're going to, you see, there is few terms, right? Okay, kamu dah dapat ETB and trial balance from a client, what you will do? ETB to extended trial balance. Risk assessment schedule, samples you have selected. So what you will do from first step up towards end, and then which one will go under PAF, which one will go under CF. Okay. Brainstorm now with your teammate. Macam flow lah. How do you do that? So you have to come and do it here.
Extended trial balance. Not sheet, bro. Extended trial balance.
What the meaning of company search?
Stat audit. Do you know SSM search? SSM search. Bukan research
Bukan research Kenapa?
Betul. So ini dulu. Lepas sudah planning baru ini. Lepas tu ini semua masuk dalam CF.
So you come up with the flow yang mana pertama and then
Antara empat ni mana yang pertama tu macam mana?
Yes, and then you say which one under PF, which one under CF. I'll ask you all some questions. Okay ke, boys? Okay ya. Macam senang je kamu semua. Role model.
Role play.
So just imagine I'm the audit partner. Like I want to ask you all, okay, what you all have done. So you all just telling me lah. Okay, this is it, this is what, something like that. You orang jadi cikgu lah hari ni macam tu. Tak. Cikgu hari ni. You all teachers. So kalau kamu dah tahu kan yang ni, and then you need to tell which stage of audit lah. Bila kamu buat.
Maksudnya this assessment ni dah start daripada buat kita determine the pay.
Yang ini sorry I want to explain. Ini management account daripada client. Patah balik ya. Except for Ain, I think 4 of you all later come and speak. Tell me what it is. Okay? I might ask sudden questions, so you must be ready. Sudden questions will make you to think lah. So you must know, okay, what is that confirmation, when it will be sent and all that.
Itu bahasa Melayu bro.
Tahun lepas ada, tahun ni lah. Lepas tu yang ketiga ni attested.
Tahu saya detail ni guna basic
yang mungkin ni
Okay, another 5 more minutes. Okay, very easy, right? Yes. I was very kind lah. Gave you all very easy ones. Okay, 5 more minutes left. Sorry, 4 more minutes.
Aku dah nanti begitu bila tengok comparison. Ini sih tau.
Ya.
Settle,
Reasonable. Tak lah. Siapa ada lah.
Paling jenis lah.
Mantap dong ini. belakang aku mas. Itu lah.
Adam, you okay?
Boleh buat stiker buat bawah dia. Kita tak risau dia belum buat dia.
I will ask sudden questions. So get ready. Yeah. Sudden questions.
Okay then.
Okay done, huh?
Yeah, let's go.
Girls, okay? Can, girls? Okay. Let's start with the boys group. Let's start with the boys group. The stage is yours, guys. The stage is yours. Come.
Seorang ni satu.
No, I mean up to you all lah, how you all want to do it. But make sure all of you all are there.
Ini ah. Seorang satu lah, ambil seorang satu pair.
Seorang satu.
Seorang satu lah.
Jom. Ini lah. Di depan.
Yes, depan please.
Tak ada bulu ring. Tak.
No, it's fine. It's dekat sini.
Eh bro. Depan lah.
Bro, please come in front.
Wait are the first one bro?
Yeah, second. First, second.
Audit manager, please come in.
Audit manager.
Bro, individu dulu.
Okay, nice one. Ini macam kita dah. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's get started. Okay.
Alright, this is my team.
Okay. Hello, team.
First, we start with the MA from the clients, with the ATV and the trial balance.
Okay.
Like usual, we go to XP and do the ATVs, and from there,
Ada salah bocor lah tu.
we do with the comparisons.
Okay.
We should focus on the item or not.
Sorry, come again. Focus on the item.
Okay. Oh. like we discussed earlier about the audit plans. Right.
Okay.
We see the rates of changes.
Oh,
The
okay.
changes rates, right?
Okay.
Okay. After that, we do the risk assessment schedules. We do the ROAM.
ROMM. Okay.
We see the nature of the items and the figures of the items. If the nature is disclosure item, so we need to focus on that too. And from here, we set the overall maturity based on the profit before tax, total assets, or the other one based on the revenue, which one higher. And we do the calculations and we get the OMs. From the OM, we get the PM and the CTMs.
Okay.
Alright. Next, we do the same. We do the same thing. Selected. When choosing the sample, I prefer first one. We select anything items above the PMs. This based on our judgment to see if it's above PM, we take it and do samples. And
Okay.
Okay. After above PM already gone.
Okay.
Everything selected. We go to the item that unusual,
Okay.
unexpected, new figures of Korea, or the figures and the natures of the items.
Okay.
After that, we have the balance, which is the untested population. From the untested population, we do the MUS, money unit monetary unit.
Sampling.
Auditor even seorang ni cakap suara.
Cakap semua.
Never anyone said.
Monitoring and sampling.
Okay.
Use the effect tables and yes, we take for the samplings.
Okay.
That's not that. And all this way will be encoded in the cup
CF lah.
files. Yes.
Okay. Okay guys, so I have question for you all. Okay. So the thing is, when you said once you get your management account, right, from the client, and you will directly put into your AXP. That's your first step.
Yes, load in the TV.
So you straight away, we just put into the AXP. And then once you put into the AXP, what should be the next step?
Will be the audit earnings. Audit earnings.
Actually, we have one new additional step.
Okay.
Which we use ChatGPT.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
ChatGPT is not an ordinary one. It's a design created by our
For the
client.
financial part only.
Yeah, for the MA, and will be the ChatGPT is fed with the ISA standards and everything. So we'll use that first, ChatGPT, and we focus on the high risk areas, and then we roll in TV, and from there we see the trend analysis and the ratio analysis.
Okay.
For the bank
Analytical
part.
procedure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what I wanted to know is whether you all do the analytical procedure or not. That's what I wanted to ask. Lah. So the risk assessment schedule though, actually when you are doing risk assessment schedule, you need to have all three components, IR, CR and DR. Untuk setiap item sebenarnya. And there is a confidence factor that will come out. There is a formula for that. Not so sure whether you all use that. So that risk assessment schedule, the confidence factor based on that is where you will start performing. This area kena audit ke ataupun tak, you know, that is the assessment schedule lah. And then sample selected. The thing is, you all only use MUS kan? But sebenarnya not only MUS. There's so many other techniques that you can use. So try from like today onwards to learn more on the other techniques and see which one will be applicable. Because masa practice review tu, kalau dia tengok semua buat MUS je, their first assumption is that means the team is not competent lah. Yeah, because all the time we are doing MUS only, right? So unless we actually give the reasoning why we are using MUS or why we are using another one, is actually they know that, oh, the team member actually know what they are doing. The audit sampling part, even though it is widely used MUS, tapi yang itu appropriate ke untuk item untuk client tu. So you have to do a little bit more of a study on the technique part, sampling techniques. That one is in the AXP also. Yes, Adam.
From where is there any reference for something?
Yeah, AXP should have it. Tak ada eh? Try to go and find it out. Ada. AXP, you go to audit sampling, they actually have one table tu yang keluar dekat bawah, number of samples selected. Have you all seen that? Even I have that.
You have AXP?
I have a sample of it, AXP, where we do all the calculations and then it will tell me how many samples I need to take. Ada ke macam tu? Ada kan? But that one you need to start properly from the planning, confidence factor, risk assessment, semua tu figure tu kena ada. Then you embed over that particular working paper. Lepas tu dia keluar how many samples need to select. Ada kan?
Sample table depan tu.
Sample table depan tu. Betul lah, yang tu lah. In the end you will have, you know, you need to select 20 ke, you know, 25 ke, macam tu.
So what is the sample ni?
Is there MUS?
100, you know like 100 sample.
Ada.
Do we need to test all the 100 sample?
Okay, now that's a very good question, right? I also had that issue. So what we did is we exercise our judgment again. That 100, kita tengok first of all transaction tu semua sama ke tak? Kalau homogeneous, kalau homogeneous means very similar characteristic, kita tak ambil all 100. We will say that we are only selecting on this many because it is homogeneous characteristics. You need to still write what is the reasoning, why you are not taking all 100, because 100 forever will take time lah for you to finish. Forever will take time. But we cannot also neglect the quality of the audit, right? So sebab tu you do it, but you don't go against the standard. You go align with the standard. We did this judgment because of this reason. You have the reasoning there. Kena tengok 100 tu kalau memang berlainan sangat, then probably you might need to take at least 50 lah. Kalau if it's homogeneous, then you can reduce it a bit already, 100. And Adam, you had a question, MUS ke? You said something just now. You see the number here come 25 sample tu. After that only the technique you need to choose. You nak MUS ke, you nak haphazard ke, you nak random ke, what technique you want to use, or interval ke. So you have to decide which technique will be appropriate for that item. So that's the technique. The number of samples is another thing. So these two things now. Yeah. Okay, yes, then that's all I have question for you. Okay, thank you so much. Boleh letak sini. Yeah. Random tu is like.
Random is totally random or we just pick?
It's totally random. But even that random, kita ada random generator table. Kita ada random generator table. If you go to Google, if you Google out,
1 to 100. Must to pick one numbers.
it will pick for you. Macam ni sample size berapa kamu letak. Okay, that means how many transactions you have. Lepas tu sampling without replacement lah. Without replacement maksudnya every sample is by its own. It's not replacing. Sorted, I want sorted one. That means sorted means with range. Specified range. What is your minimum amount? What is your maximum amount? Lepas tu kamu submit. It will choose for you. It will choose for you which one you need to take. The numbering. So let's say 20 samples again. Sorry, the sample size, but you put these informations correctly lah. Then it will select for you. Which item you need to select. Maksudnya dekat ledger kamu, let's say you have 100, then it will ask you to take number 1, maybe number 5, maybe number 20. Macam tu. Dia akan selectkan.
With the numbering.
With the numbering. So at least kamu ada basis. Bukan kamu. You see, what the MIA will see is you might want to do a negligent work. Kerja malas lah. Tak nak ambil samples yang difficult. So you might want to take only samples which is easier for you to find out. That's a negligent work, right? But if you use this random generator, kamu akan print out yang tu, letak dekat depan, and based on that only you selected the sample. So you have a basis to tell. This is random sampling technique. Kalau nak guna lah. This one covers all the population. You are testing all population. There is no tested, untested already. You are actually selecting all of it. Okay, this is random sampling. If you want to use it. There's many lah like that in the Google. Just put that. And then you put that lah in your working paper which website you use. Which website, lepas tu print out yang tu yang keluar. Yeah. So that is one way lah. Okay, girls team, let's go. Let's do this. Okay lah, boleh je. Let me go and see whether you all inside the camera or not. Yes, you all are. You all can start.
Okay, let's start with the first one. So the first one is engagement letter. This engagement letter we will send to the client. In this letter, there are audit fee, scope of audit, and client and auditor's responsibility.
Okay.
So before we send to the client, we will get the partner signature,
Okay.
and then we send to the client. So this engagement letter we will put into the current audit file.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Next person.
The second one is company search.
Okay.
Search is like state audit lah. It's official information regarding the client. We get from the SSM lah.
Okay.
It's regarding the corporate information, the ownership, regarding the share cap.
Okay.
It is to verify anything, the information that impact the financial statement,
Okay.
or it could be have the changes from the previous year,
Hmm.
and then we should take note lah. After that, to assess the related party risk, if there are any related party regarding the, for example, it has the same director,
Mhm.
but from a different company, but exists in the, exists on the transactions during the year.
Okay.
Next,
Next, bank confirmation. So
Okay.
as per my understanding,
Okay.
bank confirmation is a written request sent by the auditor to the bank to get to know about the client's financial details. something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
So bank confirmation is mainly to ensure that the ending balances are equivalent to the e-confirm. So in the case where there are banks that does not have the e-confirm, then we need to ask the client to send like hard copy documents for us to send to the bank. So for bank confirmation, this will be documented in the current audit files.
That's nice.
So
Okay.
lastly is director confirmation.
Okay.
Once we done our working paper, all the amount is salary, allowance, bonus, EPS also,
Mhm.
PCB, and then the other income,
Okay.
share capitals, including the additional share capital, all that we included in the director confirmation. When we send the draft, we will send together with the director confirmation.
Okay. Okay.
So we will document this in current audit.
Current audit file.
So all is for CAF, this one except for the CAF.
Okay, puff. Okay. This is for PAF. That one all is for CAF.
Yes.
Yes, correct. Okay, so the flow is starting from engagement letter, then
Search,
okay.
bank confirmation, and then
Director confirmation.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, Ain, anything to add? No, okay. Okay, I think that is already a very good explanation. Okay, I also don't have much question to ask you all. Okay. Now, I'm going to actually cover more on like what we have done so far. Okay. Audit documentation, why it is super important. Without your documentation, you are not going to able to confirm your opinion. Kan kalau kita tak ada evidence, apa yang kita nak base on, right? So that's why the audit documentation is so important. So when you want to send to your partner or your manager, I think we also need to understand they are human being. Sometimes kita tak check, kita bagi mereka, lepas tu mereka macam kena check kerja yang kita tak buat. So it takes time for them also, like, why this is missing, why. So if we have done one round check before we send to them, at least we can minimize the risk on that area lah. Like for example, okay, ada tak yang kita letak dekat working paper, whatever conclusion, whatever samples tu memang ada ke, at the back. Okay, if not, then you have a lot of remarks, It's also sometimes macam kita kenapalah banyak salah. You feel very demotivated sometimes, There's so many review points. So we don't want the review points to be a lot. So check and make sure that all those that needs to be documented is documented correctly. So best way is to have a checklist. Ada buat yang ni, tick, 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 so that you won't miss it out. So checklist is very important. Okay. Yeah, so that is the end of our final module already. So I'm going to do a summary on what we have done so far, 4 modules for today. Okay, first module, we learn about understanding the client, entity and its environment, right? That means we learnt about what kind of environment they are in, what type of laws they are in, what are the risk areas they have, and then what is their risk assessment procedures. From there you will be able to know what is the client business nature or what they are in, right? So that's the first module we covered. Second module we covered on ISA 330, right? So which is applying appropriate responses to the audit risk that we have found out just now in the first module, right? That's the second one. So in the second module we learn again on test of controls, we learned on substantive procedures, these 2 areas, right? So test of control, I told you the 6 systems: sales, purchases, inventory, bank and cash, non-current assets, payroll. This is what we learned. Then we go into substantive procedures. So substantive procedures, the mnemonic is A, E, I, O, U, and we also have others, right, that we also covered, like external confirmation, external experts, so external, yeah, all these few areas we covered. After that, we go on into quality management. So quality management is your ISA 220 revised, and quality management is not just for audit partners, is for all of us who are under auditing, because we need to know which area we need to get good quality so that we can give a very good audit in the end, right? So starting from your acceptance methods up towards your reporting. So you must be able to know what are the elements, and we learned 6 elements, right? So the 6 elements, you must make sure that every engagement that you are in, do we have that 6 elements or not? And about leadership and all that, you know who you should refer to, so you have to talk to them, you have to be very proactive, okay? And finally, we have just completed, which is audit documentation, right? So in the end, you will learn how to prepare complete and compliant audit documentation according to your ISA 230. Okay, so this audit documentation may look, it's a very normal thing, but actually that is what going to give you that evidence, and that is going to be the source for the MIA review later. So you can see, it might be, right guys, I've seen this so many times, it's all in here, tapi tak letak dekat file. And when they go and ask back, oh yeah, I know about this, but then why didn't you document it down, right? I know it's like taking time, but that is the only way for you to get out or for you to be safe from the practice review lah. Okay, so these are the 4 things we covered today, the very first module in terms of this 1-day workshop. So I hope you all understand that 4 modules. And do you have any questions on that 4 modules, guys? The last very final one before we go to general Q&A with 4 modules here. Any questions you want, or how would you link from one module to another module? How would you do that? You see, guys, only when you understand your client, ISA 315, you will be able to know how to respond to that. If you don't know how to understand, you can never know how to respond towards the risks. So it is a continuation, and why quality management is in the middle is because quality management is supposed to be throughout the audit, but once you know what areas to be responded, you will be able to know the whole picture of what the audit is. Like at least you will know, okay, this area I need to focus on, this stage I need to focus on, 3rd one and the 4th one, the 4 stages now in terms of your quality management. Focus on these 4 areas. Okay, then finally you make sure you complete it, your audit documentation. So the documentation is like towards the end, so that you are able to refer back again. Yeah, so these are the 4 modules. Yes, you have any question? Looks like someone have a question. Yeah, sure. No. Oh, okay. No, I think he had a question, that feel. No questions? Okay.